All right, we're waiting to see if we're getting a signal from the Bat Cave. We are. Thank God for that. He is working. Well, things do happen. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another rendition of the Jedi Academy, the longest running Q&A show here on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We do this every Saturday at this time for a couple of hours with myself and whoever decides to show up, and we'll introduce whoever's here now, and more people usually join later on because it's bright and early in the U.S. here, even for me, and I'm Central Time Zone, and I'm like, oh, Saturday mornings, I remember sleeping until 11. Those days are over, and they have been for a long time. So I'm glad to have you guys here. If you're new to the show, as I said, I'll introduce the panelists here that are here currently, and we'll get more along the way. It's just the way it works. The content creators, know that they can come in and out as they need to. But really what we're here to do is answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Whether it be something with your account, whether it be something that's going on in the game, whether there's something that's on your mind, anything can go. Just put your questions in the chat. So if you want, please put that into the chat. Make sure you put the word question, though, in front of your actual question statement. I use Nightbot as a filtering tool, mainly. Sometimes I can keep up with the chat, depending on how busy we are. Some days I get overwhelmed, and I definitely am not looking at chat. I'm just looking at questions in Nightbot. So if you definitely want to make sure your question gets in there, make sure you follow the format in there. You can see some good examples of that already from everybody that's slowly matriculating in. Also hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And at the end of the show, we always let the other content producers say thank you for being here and taking time out of their schedule to pimp their stuff, and please do support them as well. It's very much appreciated. And so if you'd like, please do that, and we would greatly appreciate you supporting these other awesome folks that come on the Jedi Academy. So get your questions in, and and then have fun in the chat. That's what it's there for, and that's the way it works. So good morning to everybody. Morning. Clayton, you goddamn legend. That dude last night had me choking on jalapenos. Jesus Christ. That was a good, fun night last night. We just had a bunch of people on right for the Heinz Grid session with Arnold. And that was a really fun stream. If you didn't watch it, you should go check it out. It was a really fun interview with Arnold. And I'm really glad to see Arnold doing stuff like the Grizzly session and other stuff. I'd like to see him do more of that, actually, because I think he offers a lot to, whether you like him or not, it doesn't matter. He's still a content creator. I think every content creator does add their own uniqueness and special sauce to what we're all trying to do here. So it was nice to see that last night, and congrats to Heinz and Grid for getting that interview. It was really interesting. I learned a lot. All right, that being said, get your questions in about the game. And of course I had Drunky Ranger last night because I said the mad Chad that he was got me some Maker's Mark, so we drank half the bottle last night as promised, as is tradition. And then we also ate pizza, but he started going crazy with stuff. Yeah, I saw the Jack Daniels. Well done, sir. And choked on a jalapeno because I didn't really choke so much as it went down the wrong pipe, and I started coughing because it burned the hell out of my esophagus. Holy crap. That was not meant to happen. And so it was more about just the pain and suffering I was going through, because had some sub bombs dropped on me, and I was not prepared. So that being said, good morning all. And yes, I am doing well. Of course I do. I hardly ever have hangovers. There's a simple trick you can do for a hangover. Before you go to sleep, drink some water, take a couple of Advil, right? Because the reason you have a hangover so much is because you get dehydrated and you wake up. That's why you feel like ass. So if you just drink some water, don't go cold water, but it's room temperature water. Drink some water, you'll be fine. You won't. You'll still feel a little like bleh, but you won't feel like my head's going to fall out my ass at any moment. So Clayton says keep drinking. Aldous says it's still early in the morning. I am not that much of an alcoholic to make that happen. But maybe we'll do some D&D. I'm gonna hope we can get in today. I'm getting on the final word for some people, but there's some stuff going on, so we may not have D&D tonight. That's true, Clayton. If you can't get a hangover, you don't stop. But then again, your liver stops functioning, so there's a drawback to that. So, but I'll let you guys know about D&D. I'm just waiting for the final word from those guys. Some real life stuff's happening, and so it's the way it goes, you know. So if not, maybe I'll do another fun stream tonight with you guys if that's the situation. So that being said, let's introduce our panelists. We've got the Sunfly from Aldous. He be joining us from the beach there, drinking the Jack Daniels.
Good day, good day, good day.
Yeah.
Curious. Welcome everybody. Sorry, I was just hitting like on the video thing.
Thank you. Yeah, hit that thumbs up.
Okay, I was sitting here. Yeah, I'm excited as ever. It's great to be here, and I'm looking forward to exciting questions and different questions. And like you say, it's nice, a quiet week in the world of SWGOH. I moved to a new guild this week. Well, I sort of went on holiday to a sister guild. And I did a first TW in ages. It was amazing. Good fun.
Oh, yeah. I had a really good TW in my last round, and it was a really good fight. I mean, we beat the shit out of each other. We only won by 100. Really good group, and they even... Our guild officers, leaders reached out to each other. It's like, damn, we had been winning a bunch of road. That was a hell of a good fight. We enjoyed it. Congrats and stuff. So I like that kind of stuff. I like when people, you know, are just, you know, humble and say, hey, great fight. You know, God, you love to see it. And also is joining us not from the island, but from his home, wherever it may be. We have the madman himself, Tilo Mad. What's going on, Home Slice?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Glad to be here. This is going to be my last Jedi Academy stream till next vacation.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, Tilo, unfortunately, he's on vacation, but we'll take him when we can get him. So it's nice to have you here, buddy, because I enjoy when I've been on your show with you and Calvin. We actually, on Thursday, I interviewed Calvin because he got the title for the GA Center and stuff. So that was really cool. And the guy is just a goddamn encyclopedia of knowledge on this game. So it's always nice. Him and Playbook, man, I could just sit there and talk to him shop out like for hours, you know. It's unbelievable. And he wore the Christmas sweater. Did you see that sweater he wore? My God, that thing was pimping, dude. That thing was straight pimping, man. And it looked good too. I mean, I don't like sweaters, but that one I was like, damn, bro, that's a sharp ass sweater. I'm not into the ski sweaters, but okay. So get your questions in. Well, we're getting a lot of questions in. Let's see some. Go, Cos, what are you doing? This is Viva La Porte, your content creator. You want to come join Jedi Academy? Get your monkey ass in here. You psych. Well, unless you're working, then that would thus negate the possibility. But yeah, message me in Discord. Go Cubs, you should be in here too, dude. What are you doing? Get in here. You, Brill, all you guys, get your ass in here. You're more than welcome. I know I say that all the time, but it's like people are so nice. It's like, well, I don't want to just come in. And like, no, you have my permission. If you're a content creator, especially if I know you, I've got a channel set for it in our Discord so you get the notifications and stuff. So, yes, indeed. Oh, speaking of that, we've got that country Viking hopping in out of nowhere. BCM's here. Oh, boy.
Morning, y'all.
Skull.
Skull.
Yes, sir.
How
are you, my friend?
Oh, not too bad. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing very, very well. So that being said, we got the early panelists on. Sure, many more will come. If you stream it, they will come. So that being said, I'll just throw it just generally. I mean, it's a quiet week in the SWGOH world. You know, I mean, we had the end of GSC. It's the down week. I really needed it. I mean, because that we had a very short little break because of, you know, the little boo-boo that happened with GAC. Hell, I even thought the previous week was the end of the week. God dang, I don't know what I was thinking. A lot of us did. But it wasn't. But it's been kind of nice just to chill and just, you know, get caught up and not have to worry about Conquest. You know, I've had some TB and TW, but I mean, you know, when you add that on top of GAC and or Conquest. So, a lot of stuff going on though in the week. You know, I mean, anybody big thoughts on this past week in SWGOH? It's been kind of a quiet down week.
It's been quiet for me, but we had a great time to talk about ships. And we spent almost 2 hours this morning running through different ship combinations and, you know, different defenses and what might counter what and what order ships might come in. And we just kind of got, you know, we kind of looked at that, the banners you might get. So yeah, there's a lot of really interesting chats about that at the moment, which I think is a good time to. I think it's a valuable time to look at it, valuable time to look at where your pilots are, whether you want to put some extra effort into a pilot or two. As a Ranger, you're doing your second sister to G11, I think.
Yeah, I mean that Gear 10 to Gear 11 is gross. I mean it's 100 power techs of each, so it's like, good God Almighty. I didn't realize. I thought maybe it'd be another 50-50, but it's 50-50 and then another 50-50. I was like, oh no,
terrible. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it about 3 or 4 weeks. I did it like the week we unlocked her, and I was shocked. But yeah, it's a fun ship. So yeah, just let's chat about ships, and it's kind of cool, but it's quite nice. I think something about the new GAC. You have 12 intense battles now. You no longer have the little giveaway one or the auto set or like we used to. You maybe had about 6 or 7 that were close, and you maybe had 4 or 5 that you'd win quite easily, or the person didn't attack. So it does take it out of you more. So it's nice to have a break.
Yep. Speaking of awesome, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Calvin Awesome. Is he wearing that sexy sweater vest? That's what's all on our mind right now. Calvin, what's going on, buddy?
Nah, I've switched up my sweaters today. It's going to be a little different. Good to be here, Ranger, as always. Thanks for having us.
Always a pleasure to have you, my friend. How you doing all right this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. I've got my coffee, got my leftover pizza. It's a good day.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And of course, Calvin, as I previously pinned, you were the winner of the GAC Center bracket, and we had you were kind enough to come and hang out with us for a little bit, and had a really, really good discussion about ships and everything like that. So, it was a really, really fun discussion we had. So that being said, I'm just throwing it out to anybody else. Anything on your mind this past week, or should we just go right into the questions panel?
I'm looking at the calendars right now. I know Arnold put out a video on it. On the speculation of maybe that we're going to get more Rebel fleets. I know me and Calvin talked about it too. Wouldn't it be cool we get some A-Wing, some B-Wing action, especially because Akbar and Wedge are both the characters. So I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Yeah, I had theorized they might, and this is probably a little wacko, but they might split the Rebel faction into a entirely Rebel fleet, and then they might do a Phoenix squadron for the other one, because there are enough ships to do it, and they could. Both the B-Wing and the A-Wing were heavily used in Rebels, and like the B-Wing came to be a part of the Rebels because of Hera.
Yeah, the prototype when she first flew it. Yeah, absolutely. And then they started using more of them. Yep, absolutely. So good stuff there. All right, anybody else?
Well, the B-Wing was designed by Akbar species too.
Yeah.
I can't. There you go. Thank
Calamarians.
I'm on my first.
Mon
coffee.
Calamari
I just woke up like 20 minutes ago. So.
Yeah. No, trust me, I get it. All right, so let's let everybody sip their coffee. Let's get into it. We'll just start with some questions, and then we'll just take it from there. And remember, folks, good morning to everybody. Good morning to Jeanette Baker, Poby, Tumblo, Engineer Tilo Mads in there, Skywalker Vader, good Canadian friend, the Vulcan up there in Canada. So that's a few names. Force Strong here, Benny. So all you guys, if I missed your name, Ronan Zai, glad to have you guys all here hanging out. So, if you have a question you want to pose to the panel, we have an awesome panel already started this morning. Make sure you put the word question in front of your actual question statement, and we will get it scooped up, and that's how it works. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes. The Force is strong here. Says, question, why is it you guys are so awesome? Well, radiation. I think this would be the answer I would go with. Radiation. I've had too much of it in my life. So
we were just born this way.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice. Well, some of us here, and I won't mention names, maybe I was genetically modified. I don't know. I mean, it could have been a thing, That's not true. I'm not really alive. All right, Jeanette Baker, coming in strong. You better slow down on that, Jack Daniels or Aldous. You're not going to be able to give coherent speech here, buddy. That's where you're representing it, dude.
We never do. Hey, you've got to pair yourself up. Sorry.
Hey, he's Scottish. It's okay.
That's true. The Scottish Constitution's no joke. Jeanette says, question, Sandfly, why would you ever waste your money on that Tennessee swill when you can indulge in the fine Kentucky bourbon?
Because Jack Daniels, when it's brewed in Lynchburg, they brew it in casks from Scotland, I think.
Well said.
They used to have whiskey in them, and therefore as much as it is indeed from Tennessee, it certainly has a little bit of Scotch in it, which is perfect.
It's like it's coming back home.
Yeah, it's like coming back home.
It's like having your cake and eating it too. All right.
Yeah.
What else? Any three says question: should Tila try getting into Finn's line of work so he can be there and always be on vacation? Yeah, I don't know how that would work, but then again, Finn has like 5 degrees and he's a doctor, so
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Finn's too smart.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'm happy with my bachelor's, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. You know, because they keep getting those. I keep getting every month. I get the thing. Say, hey, think about your master's. Think about getting your doctorate. Like, no, I don't. I don't want to go through school again. I've done enough of it. So military training, college, and high school, and everything else. I'm good. Thank you. Momonda Don question. So what is a good team comp for Boba Fett, Sign of Django, and GAC? Is it the same as TW comp? Does he pair well with Zam? Okay, so there's 3 parts to this. Sign, Django, and GAC. TW comp, and then does he pair well with Zam? Anything pairs well with Zam. Let's just throw that out there. Zam and GAC is phenomenal. I'd say she's top 3 Omicrons. You could place her whichever how you want it, but she's definitely tops, guys. Can we all agree on that? Yeah,
top 3.
Now I'll answer this one because it's pretty, but then we'll get to where you can use them in GAC for the panel. TW comp, no, it's not the same. If you have the Omicrons for Sign of Django, gonna run a little bit different team in there as compared to what you'll use them for in GAC, which leads me to the panel. GAC, where do you like to use them? I know where I like to use them. And are you using them with Fennec? I'm not currently right now. So shocking, I know, but I just find he's just well suited for the BAM team, that I'm running right now. So I mean, he really helps with whistling birds. Those his abilities are well suited for that. And then I'm running a different comp with Fennec because I'm doing the Vader Schmader kill team. So any places or thoughts on where you think you might use Boba Fett or where you are using him right now? Anybody?
I have no intentions of ever using him in GAC until there's another character that makes him good in GAC. I have every single comp I've seen him used in, he changes nothing. Like, you can use him as a filler, but he's going to do just as good as Nest or Dengar or whoever. Like, I know he wasn't marketed that way, and that's for the better, but he is very bad in GAC compared to all the other ones.
And TW and stuff. It's like a different character.
TW, he's awesome. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. TW is awesome, but GAC, he's not important at all.
Yeah. I mean,
mine is still gear 3, and he sits there doing nothing.
Okay.
I just don't use him. I'm kind of until he just doesn't fit into GAC for me. And he's going to be really hard to gear. So I don't use him. I haven't even geared him up.
I haven't even unlocked him yet.
Okay.
He's on the bench. I can't use him.
All right, half of us have it and not using it, and the other half hadn't even started the process. Okay, and that's understandable because it's Conquest. Tila Mad, what do you think in there, homie?
For me, I've been using him on BAM Squad. It just helps with the whistling birds. That if he lands a crit, he gets some TM, so you can start stacking up those whistling birds. It's just a facilitator. He isn't like the main piece.
No, he really isn't. He really isn't. Speaking of not the main piece, look who showed up. It's the Hoinsey.
I'm definitely not the main piece. Hello, guys. How you doing?
My name is Hoinsey.
Good morning.
And I like my preloading. All right, I do your little song. What's going on, Betty?
Morning, Hoinsey.
I'll turn the camera on. There we go. That's better. Hello,
There's that sexual Tyrannosaurus there. All right, good.
Sexy Rexy.
Hold on, before I go into the spiel with Jesus Christ, here comes the meow meow. God.
Oh, God,
$20 from Her Highness the Meow. That's right, we shall all worship at the altar of the meow meow. And she says, GL's win. I'm not, damn it, meow meow. All right, meow meow wants them right meow. I know you do. I know you do, meow meow. Yes, just seriously, seems like everyone has all the time in the world to plan and hoard. Most modes are stale. Hashtag hi Ranger, hi meow meow. Hashtag Hi, Dingo Durgan. Is he in there? Double D hanging around somewhere? Okay. Hashtag free Meow Meow. You've been out of stream jail for about 3 years now, Meow Meow. Time to get over it. Hashtag Turtle Twins forever. That's just a mean cut in the throat against me there, Meow Meow. And then hashtag Meowie Chlorians. That's true. She is an original OG of the Meowie Chlorians here. So love you, Meow Meow. Thank you for the $20. I can't talk about any future content. Sorry. And if there's one person in this world that well, because there's what's the thing? Oh yeah.
I mean, what good are you? I mean, if you can't share stuff, what's the
right?
what good are you?
It's just this thing. Well, when you sell your soul, these are the things that happen. But no, she'd be the one if I ever was tempted by the ring. It would be the Meow Meow. But no, if anybody deserves to know, it'd be her meowness. But no, unfortunately, no. Sorry, Mabel, but thank you for the donation. You're always generous and you're always kind, and I love you very much, and thank you for doing that. Sharing is caring, but not unless it leads Ranger to the poorhouse, and I'm already poor enough. I don't need to have all my assets, what little there are, taken from me because I get sued. See, that's what happens when you sign a contract saying you won't say shit. You know?
Yeah,
NDAs are mean things, all right? They are very nasty. Oh, boy. So that kind of puts the fear of God into me.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, NDAs are better than, security clearance in military because they end up sending
those
you
are even worse. Yeah, you think that's really the case. Oh, boy.
Big rocks into little rocks and smaller rocks back into the bigger rocks.
Yeah. I did sell my soul to CG and EA, but it's worth it because I get to have direct input and yell at them. All right.
I should say, Heinzie, there's Meow Meow is right. She talks about how some of the game modes are stale now. I think a lot of people are finding that is that, I'm only at 8 million, but I'm basically got one more GL to go and then I'm finished. So
you're never finished.
Lots of people are now stacking stuff up. Lots of people are hoarding.
I don't understand that. How? I don't get that, man.
Got it. I think it's been a long time. So yeah.
I'm constantly between the teams I'm working on. I'm more competitive. In fairness, in GAC, so I'm doing more of those secondary characters and modding and stuff. So I'm constantly just as fast as I'm getting crystals and salvage, I'm burning through it. So, when you say hoarding, you're just like, I'm not going to work on anything else there. All this.
I think it's more around the fact is we've had Lord Vader now for I don't know
Lord Schmader.
And I think it really needs something new. When I see
they got to work on him a little bit.
The number of people. Well, yeah, there's still a little bit of tweaks to go, but they are kind of needing that new thing.
I do agree.
So I'm surprised. I'm surprised we haven't had the 5th Inquisitor drop. And then there's kind of the stuff that they should be telling us, but they seem to be kind of sitting on it. So.
Yeah,
I need it.
And I know for me and Calvin, when we were doing the Mad Awesome show, this is something that we covered. I made a suggestion that maybe we have a global event boss for the whole community. A lot of other games, mobile games, they have it. Calvin brought out the idea of a Zillow Beast, which would be super sick. Imagine everybody having to throw all their teams against it. Even make it to where it's 2 teams. Have 2 content creators in there. You choose your side. I think it would be kind of fun. Say you got a Ranger team and say you got a Heinzie team, and the community has to pick. That way, it kind of involves everybody, gives somebody promotion to some of these content creators that are just putting their blood and sweat. I think it'll be fun.
Well, there's some good ideas there. I do think we need some more content in the sense of not characters, but I think we need another, which they hinted at. Yeah, but we're still kind of in. But at the beginning of the year, it's always slow, and then. Man, spring and summer hit, and by the end of summer, we're losing our minds, man. We're like, Jesus, what's happening? It happened last summer too. Last year we started off with was it Dark Trooper, right? Into Bo, right? Bo-Katan, and then all of a sudden, bam, started dropping Bad Batch, and then stuff started coming in fast. It came quick. And so, yeah, but I see the point there. So yeah, we just need more content, more stuff to do in the game. That's not like Conquest, but just, other stuff to keep us engaged. Not for 5 hours engaged, but yes, we do need some more stuff to play with our toys with. Heinz, great interview last night with Arnold. I just wanted to shout that out, buddy. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a heck of a lot of fun.
Yep.
Cool experience. It went really, really well. So no, I hope everyone enjoyed it.
I hope he does more of that. Yeah, it is, and I hope we can do more of that. Yeah, definitely do more of that stuff. And I hope he does more of that. Yeah, do that, and I hope he does more stuff too. So that was fun to watch. All right. So her meowness has spoken. So there we go. Let me get back to the questions here. Okay, hold on. Of course, Nightbot wants to act up. Of course it does. Okay, thank you, Nightbot, for playing. Force is Stronger says, question. Thanks, guys. I mean, in telling all of the best way for you to use characters ships, and of course, the gameplay. Yeah, thank you for Force is Strong. Very kind words for everybody on the panel here. Jedi Master Super Mace Windu says, question for everyone. What is the best Zeta in the game? Obviously, other than Mace and Bodhi Zetas, of course. I'll go around the panel here. Around the corner, as old Grande used to say, and still does when he wants to poke me. We'll start with Calvin. Calvin, what do you think, buddy? What are, say, one or two Zetas you think are, some of the best Zetas in the game right now?
Emperor's Trap on Piet. Or I don't know what the actual ability is, but the one that gives Emperor's Trap, absolutely broken. Like, took troopers from like a C- team to like an A+ team. They are not even remotely the same team they are without that Zeta. A second one, I really don't know. I feel like all the others are kind of on the same level of like really. There's a lot that are really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about the second one. I'll stick with mine.
Okay, so Heinze.
Man, I've got to agree. Emperor's Trap's the way to go.
All right, pick another one, you filthy animal.
I've got to pick something else.
Yeah, you can't get off the coattails of Calvin. Pick your own.
No. I mean, there's smarter people than me in here.
That's true. Okay. I rescind my previous statement. All right, that's true.
Yes, yes.
All right.
I mean, some of the
one you like that you think is really good.
Oh, jeez, I tell you. I really like. I like Jedi Knight Luke. I mean, I think he's repulsed on. I mean, that one's pretty cool. That one's pretty. I mean, we use it to take down SLKR. It's pretty awesome for that. Huge damage dealer. That's great. The BAM Zeta, of course. The let's see here. Is it the Whistling Birds? Discipline setup. So there's just so many. Honestly, it's hard to say, hey, that's the best one, because I mean, you need them all to make teams work, don't we, boys? Yeah. That's the thing. So you can't just say, hey, that one works and that one's the best and that one's the best. You need them all for it to work at all. And I think that, there's just so many good teams here. It's hard to gauge one over the other.
All right. Skull Man.
I would say Vader's Merciless Massacre.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's a nice
is one to, not to counteract you there, Heinze, but that one will transform. That one will transform any team Vader's on it, and it still wrecks, because you get it. He gets going, and you get like 10 turns in a row with him, and he just wipes teams.
Yeah, that's a nice choice there, my friend. Tilo Mad.
I was thinking, because honestly, it's like on the spot, it's kind of hard. Anything that gives you an Omicron, any of those Zetas, Ivans, Wampas, you got all of those ones. Those are really useful Zetas right now.
Yeah, I agree. Really nice. And then Aldous Sandfly, what you be thinking?
You've covered loads of them. I think Chewie's Loyal Friend.
That's a nice one, yeah.
That's a nice one. You've got to have the Wat one, I guess. So he gets the second turn. And GBA, Bring a Friend to Work Day. I mean, you've got to have that one.
Yeah, you really do.
That's a 2-for-1. You get a whole other character with that one, so that's about to be fantastic.
That's a really good analogy.
2-for-1.
Bring your friend to Work Day.
That's so good. All right, good choices from the panel and good question. Thank you. Let's see here. Dexatronics says, can someone please explain how to use Malevolence Counter to the Executor? I have a hard time making it work. Is it relic level? What is the strategy? It's called putting it on defense now because it's too broke and it's too RNG in my opinion. It can work, and the strategy is, it's so dependent, man. God, I hate this counter. Panel's going to keep me correct on this. You started with the Imperial TIE Fighter because you're trying to get dodges to get the turn meter, hopefully. If RNG doesn't hold you, there's the first RNG factor coming into this counter. But it does speed up the Malevolence so you can get to ultimates is what you're trying to aim for. And then your first thing is to try to survive and get your spy in. And then the second RNG factor comes in because you're hoping that the debuff taunt lands on good old Cad Bane. If it doesn't, you're in big poo-poo doo-doo trouble, and it usually goes wrong. And the other third problem with RNG on this is that the other Vulture droids, even though it says 70%, are just not firing. On defense they do, but when you're using it on offense, for some reason, they're a little gun shy, and it's really super inconsistent. So it's not that you're doing anything wrong. I mean, you could always beef up your team with relics and mods, but if you all things even, that's a hell of a lot of RNG in that panel. I mean,
you could have a full R9 fleet. It's not going to get better.
No.
If Executor goes straight after Hyena Bomber as well, you're stuffed.
Yeah.
That can help. So you really need to rely on it to off
another
the bat.
RNG.
Hit Vulture and hit TIE Fighter for it to work. It's sketchy, but if you're going to use that counter, you have to rely on it really as a two-shot strategy. And if you get in one, that's a jackpot, but more often than not, you're going to have to come back at it.
Yeah.
And if you're in Kyber now and there's 3 fleets, 2 shots aren't an option. Like that's literally you instantly don't clear. So my advice for anyone is either put Executor on defense and just don't plan on full clearing, or take them on offense and one-shot it.
Yeah, that's what I do now. I mean, my strategy, we can talk about this for fleets since we're talking about it. It's my strategy. I'm in Kyber 1, just like most of the guys here. I think everybody here is Kyber 1. Teal, you're in Kyber 1, right? You're Kyber 3. That's right. Skull Man.
Yep.
So, but I'm putting Negotiator, Malevolence, and Empire down, and I'm going to keep the heavy hitters for offense. Rebels, they work against a lot of things. Of course, we know what First Order can do on offense. It gives you a lot of flexibility on teams. It can face a lot of stuff now, especially with the Echelon. And then I do the Executive Mirror matches. I've had it. I don't put on defense anymore. I'm like, you know what? I know what to expect with the Executor counter. It's not difficult. And I just bring in the pita bread, and I just play differently depending on how the AI attacks, whether I attack first or they do. And I just think it's a better strategy. And then I've got Resistance, all nice and bundled up to come in and save my ass. If I'm in that case, then I just Calvin said, I'm in big trouble. That being said, with 3v3 ships, that's kind of my strategy. Panel, what are some of your strategies and things you're thinking about with ships? I know we had a good discussion with this, Calvin, the other day, so I'll come to you last because you had some really good insight on this. Tila, we'll go start with you, buddy.
I'm just going to throw all my heavy hitters on defense and say try to get through it.
Sure.
If they one-shot it, kudos to them. That's a solid beast right there. If they don't, I'm cool with it. Like I said in the JC Lab podcast, I'm an old school basketball player. I'm trying to take you down to the post. We're trying to avoid that 3-point line at all costs.
All right,
I'm trying to, exactly. I'm trying to keep you in my comfort zone, and that's the ground battle.
All right, gotcha. Heinze, what are you thinking there, buddy?
Still going through it all. I mean, I've been working through the enchilada battle against Executor. Still trying to dial that in. I've been working heavily on that.
I love that you call it that.
Yeah. So I've been working pretty hard on trying to get that all dialed in. That would certainly help a little bit. But yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to move Executor to attack now, whether it's in a mirror match or whether it's against Negotiator, which we quite often see as well on defense too, in a lot of cases at the sort of higher end. So yeah, it's really going to be a stretch. We need more ships, guys. We need more fleets straight up. And I'm hoping that the reason that they're doing this now is it's going to be short-term pain for long-term gain. And they do bring out some more fleets to certainly give us the flexibility that we need, because right now it's going to be pretty rough. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. All this.
Yeah, so on the Malevolence counter, there is a weird bit in the middle of that battle where you're just hitting Houndstooth for no reason to stall it out till you get
to get to ultimate.
It's a very strange battle because you have like the opening flurry and then you just hit Houndstooth even though you're doing no damage. So that's a bit weird, but it's an important bit because you're not triggering the
Terminator.
Terminator. My defense will be probably Negotiator, definitely on defense, and then probably Empire, probably Thrawn with the Interceptor, and I'll probably just put a bit of a trashy, maybe Resistance or something, Holdo down as the third one. It will change depending on whether I consider the opponent is good at ships or not. I think you're going to have to look at how they've done past things, what counters they do, what counters they like. If they are very good, I wouldn't put your best 3 down because I think they'll still get through them. So hence the fact I'm keeping the 3 best ones kind of for offense, and I'll put Negotiator on defense. The other thing is, we had a long discussion this morning about don't put a 4th reinforcement into any of them. You never get to the 4th reinforcement ever. So don't have ships kind of sitting. So you can kind of save yourself 4 ships from there. I don't know any battles that really go to like that 4th reinforcement. So don't just automatically put it in and fill up the slots.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're you're a little bit, you're in Kyber 3, they're BCM, and so your mentality is a little different on this. You know, we've had the discussion with you and Kate about like, you know, where you're at with ships. So where are you at right now with ships?
Yeah, so I don't have like the Radis or the Executor yet. I'm getting there. I just finally relicked everybody for the Executor stuff. But because I'm so limited in fleets, my plan is to adjust. I used to block the bottom because it was worth more points.
Yeah.
Now my heavy defense is going to be up north, and then I'm most likely only going to be putting 2 fleets on defense. So if you can get through my heavy front, you'll get a free fleet because I just don't have the firepower to be having 3 on defense right now.
Gotcha. All right. And then Calvin, tying it all up in a nice little bow. Your thoughts on everything with ships and stuff like that?
Yeah. So just to regurgitate what we kind of talked about the other day, Ranger, I'm fighting up against, we're fighting up against people who have essentially max rosters, and I still have some pretty glaring holes. Like I don't have Biston up, so my Rebel fleet is at a lower level than most. I don't have the TIE echelon up to 5 stars, so I'm not able to use it consistently against something like Executor. I don't have Radis at all. So basically what I'm saying is I'm missing all these pieces. So if anybody sets anything remotely hard down, I'm not full clearing. So I'm just removing the equation entirely, and I'm setting my 3 strongest on defense and then just going for efficiency for the other 2. I really don't believe until we get more ships that people are going to be able to consistently clear the 3 strongest fleets on the board. Right. So that's my strategy. It'll be Negotiator, Executor, and I haven't decided if it's going to be Empire or Malevolence, whichever one holds better.
Yeah. Well said. All right. Thank you for the question. Good discussion, and let's continue on. The engineer says, question, have you seen that when you try fleet battle, the A-Wing briefly pops up and reinforcements on top? Someone sent that in, and it's been on the forums. I don't know what that is. Have we had any events with A-Wings in it? I'm trying to think.
Yes.
If it's, okay.
Yeah,
we've had A-Wing and B-Wing for...
Yep, both of them are in the Millennium Falcon event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's a placeholder.
Yeah.
It's quite good fun. It's quite a fun thing. I love it when these things pop up and you got all the classic conspiracy. And I thought Arnold did an incredible job with his video on it.
Tinfoil hat on.
And the extra half minute in the end just to get to 8 minutes of cats or dogs. Yeah.
Jesus.
But anyway, yeah, it's a placeholder. The fact is nobody's data mined any picture going in, so that picture's been in the game for years. So unfortunately, it's not coming.
$5. Go ahead.
The A-Wing, hang on. So the A-Wing was released on what date, gentlemen?
The A-Wing what?
What date was this leak coming out?
April Fools.
Right? Yeah.
April Fools.
Enough said.
Yeah. It's working today. I mean, it works now.
Yeah, so I didn't really. I'm just like, okay, it's A-wing. I'm sure eventually we'll get it in the game. So I didn't really pay much attention to it. Honestly, I was just like, I know it was something that was in there.
The models are in game because they are in an event.
That's
Same
true.
with like the droid tri-fighters in there, that droid bomber
Yeah,
in there.
that's right.
I think
That
eventually
T-wing bomber is in there. That would be good for a mace fleet.
Yeah, but we've also got Kalo Nord in there as well, right? In the other
right.
event. So I mean, you know, they're used in PV situations sometimes. I think the A-wing's one of those, right?
Right, yeah,
so.
but they have options. They could bring them into the game.
Oh, of
they
course.
have kits
They've
for
made
them
them.
already.
Let's
They
get
have
General
the
Trench.
models.
There you go.
There's tons of them. I guess the model would be Chupio. Chupio we first saw in the event, and then they brought him into the game.
Yeah.
But you guys mentioned a couple of them. They've got Scout Trooper. They got tons of models. Saucy Tin's in there. There's tons of characters that they designed. It's just a matter of just bringing them.
I know Embo is that way too. Embo was an NPC for the longest time. They're like, playable.
There you go. $5 super chat from Ahsoka Meow Meow. It says, battle me in GC Ranger. Well, let's see if we can after the squishy squish happens. So, see where I'm at. And I've seen Meow Meow's account. I'm not looking forward to that fight. All right. Thank you for this $5 there. Meow Meow. We are Mole Eliza with the next question. Wait, what? Okay, it's Thane. Okay, as soon as it happened, I knew it was Thane. There he is. Yeah, all right, moving on. Thane's here. I know because my ears just popped. All right, Mole Eliza says, question, when do mods lock under the new GAC defense setup system? Is it when you lock in your defense, or do mods lock when the setup phase ends? That's a good question.
I think it's when you lock in, because we can jump in and out now, like you can with territory wars. So if you get in there and realize you don't have a mod on, you back out, put the mod on, and then go back in.
Yeah,
I think the process is slightly different, but practically that's how it works. Yeah,
okay.
They don't say leave and rejoin. You relock, so you can't get out of GC once you join, but you can update your mods. So you don't have to worry about that dumb thing that we all thought it was when Doja bless his heart did not explain it properly. But it's not gonna. You're not just gonna automatically lock at the end of the hour. It's gonna be when you choose.
100%. Yeah, that's what they said. So when you hit the join button, your mods, your gear, and your relics and everything all lock in, and then there's an update button you click in, and that'll bring it up to the brand new spec of where you're at if you've added bits and pieces since then. Definitely.
Right.
Yep.
Good stuff. All right, Psycho Drums, our next contestant, says, question, I just rolled all the speed hits on a purple offensive triangle with health primary.
Woohoo!
Really? Well,
Nice.
damn. Suggested use, it does also have a crit chance secondary.
Dash.
No. Health triangle. Oh, offensive triangle. But it's a health set? It's roll speeds hits on a purple offensive triangle. Health primary. So it's health primary offensive triangle with speed set. So
Wampa?
Yeah,
PG?
Wampa.
yeah.
Something?
I don't like offense and Wampa at all.
I don't either. I already set mine up like you did, Calvin. We had that
I'm
discussion.
Hales, yeah.
If you run Maul under his own lead, that's actually a really good one because he needs both the health from his anguish, and then just needs offense for the stacking damage from his whatchamacallit hit.
Hell, if it's fast enough, maybe just put on a character that needs crazy speed if it hits high enough. I mean, that's also part of that mod there too. So, but nicely done. Well, you know me, I suffer mod depression. You know, Yoda would actually be a good one for
Hoda.
that.
I have a mod like that on Hoda.
All right. Jeanette Becard. So it's this question. What is the easiest way to farm chromium transistors besides cracking open the purse? Let's not crack open the purse. Let me look at here. Chromium transistors.
Those are the easy ones, right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are the easy
ones.
ones. I've got like 5,000 of those suckers.
Yeah, so in the guild event store, you buy, let's look at the name, these Mark 7 Blastech weapon mod.
Yep, they're the ones I farm with. Yeah.
It's like 150 currency or whatever. And literally, it is the least relevant relic piece because of that. It is so easy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of which one, and there's some other ones that I use for that one. So I'm actually in the game looking at that right now because I don't.
The other one that had
those.
really good value.
Carbonite boards and trying to find the ones you can craft, and then finding the ones that you have like 10,000 pieces of.
Well, it's weird. OBS is disconnected and connected again. See what happens when you don't do
had
the
that problem
update?
yesterday.
Yeah, if you don't do the update, and I'm just like, dick around with it. All right. Well, how? All right. Let me see here. Yeah, I think the ones that were mentioned there.
Although I can guarantee Jack's gonna call me on the 10th of wishes.
Looking at what was the one I was doing? I was doing the blast text and some other ones that we had. I had Ugnaught for, so that's kind of the ones I do because I got a lot of that. And a lot of that stuff I get either through Cartech farming, or there's also 1C and 1D that gives a lot of stuff for pieces and stuff you need for that. So I just farm it, and I don't buy those ever with crystals. So just have to be do a little proper planning, and then you'll be good.
I think it was the Mark 7 Blast Tech Weapon Mod Prototype Salvage is one of those ones you can buy for credits, like daily.
Yeah. So
because I've got like 2,000 of those just sitting there.
There you go. All right. Benny's here's this question. Modding for fleets. Like it, hate it, except that it will come into the game. We need something. Oh boy. Do you think they'll ever do something to, like we have all these fleets? I don't know. Is it just lack of diversity in fleets? Is it just that we're running into this stuff where we're having to do so many mirror matches? Like characters and teams and stuff because we have so many, eventually you get to the point where you have viable options, and the mods just differentiate your team so much. But it's not so much with the ships and stuff, and we have a lot of pilotless ships. So for fleets, what do you guys think? Modding for fleets, you like it, hate it, or do you think it's just coming to the game, you'll just have to adjust for it?
I think it would be great for competitive players, but I think it might kill the game.
Yeah.
Just to add another layer of complexity on a game mode that the majority of the players just don't care for. I get the reasoning for it, but if I were CG, I would probably continue to avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the half-baked game mode. Well, unfortunately, it is. But
now let me ask you this, Calvin and panel: if they did commit way more resources and we had much more time and effort into fleets, right? We got more ships and things of that nature. Would your mindset change on that?
I know for me,
I think so.
I know for me, fleets isn't the reason I play this game. It's all about the characters. If fleets wasn't in the game, I'd be cool with it. It's in the game, so I have to adapt to it and play the game mode. But the main reason I'm playing, the main reason I'm here is because I get to play with Yoda, because I get to play with Vader. Those are the reasons why I play Star Wars. I never was a fleet guy, though, even from the movies.
All right. Anybody else?
I mean, I want to play with ships. I go play Rogue Squadron, but but I think if they stepped it up and put double drops on the old ships, put filled out the fleets we have, full 7 ships for each capital ship, and even then some, put them all on double nodes where you farm a character and the ship. Work out the RNG stuff that's, at least turn it down a little bit so it's not as, dodgy, so to speak. I think it could be a decent game mode that would go alongside the character mode. But as of right now, it's so half-baked with, everything's a coin flip. And so it's just not a fun mode because you have no control over it.
Yeah, it's kind of, especially like when you're doing executor mirror matches. I mean, you just adjust to it because it's going to happen. Either you
because you keep your Cad Bane slightly less relic than, or what is it? You keep your Cad Bane slightly more relic than your BAM, just so you have the turn meter the right way. And I don't think that should be it.
No.
Now, if you could mod that, then maybe that's something different. But I don't know. That's what I think. We need more ships. We need them on nodes, and they need to be double drops so everybody can fill out these fleets that they need.
Yeah, I agree. The other thing too is we still do not. I don't understand this. I know there's less ships in the game and stuff than there are characters and stuff, but why don't we have expedited farming for these ships? I've been trying to rack my brain. I know the answers that are out there, but I just don't find a good answer for this because some of these ships have been in here way longer and are much older than some of the characters that we got that are expedited. And if you're going to put the importance, especially in Kyber, of 3v3, why was the plan not implemented to expedite ship farming? Especially on these hard node farms that are just absolutely brutal. I mean, if anybody, and we've all been there, if you didn't spend and you did ships, Hyena and bombers and Jesus Christ.
I'm still farming shuttle right now.
Oh, God bless you, sir.
I don't have it unlocked either.
Oh, see in Christmas 2027 there, Calvin, when you unlock it.
But you said it yourself. There's not enough ships in there. If they expedite everything, we're going to farm everything super quick. They're not putting them out as quickly as they are characters. So it's a way of them to kind of delay the process of everybody getting all the ships and everybody waiting for the new ship to come out and instantly starting to farm it.
Yeah, but unfortunately, with the way they have things set up now, especially, in Kyber with needing 3 fleets, we don't have 6 full fleets.
Yeah.
We don't. And so they need to just, this is one of those, we're going to have to suffer through the summer of ships, so to speak, in order to get full fleets. But they need to do that double expedite, even whatever, do an event, a ships event that has, you get double drops on ships. Here's the extra, the A-wing, the B-wing, the, whatever, the all the ones that are in game, just release those as a pack L at the same time, do a double drop event thing. And then, put in ship,
mods?
No, not mods. Dude.
Loadouts.
We need the loadouts before the mods.
Right.
I mean, it looks like the UI is moving that way because they have adjusted how it looks. Because now even, I don't know if you guys noticed, if you select a fleet, you can see the fleet you're fighting against just like you can the characters.
Yep.
So
good observation.
That just leads me to loadouts, which we need. If we're going to be putting 3 fleets on defense and offense, we need those loadouts because it's just going to make life easier.
I agree, 1000%. All right, anybody else thoughts on this?
I still like ships. I think it's
fine.
It's a fun additional game mode. We talk about the game being a little bit stale or there maybe not be enough interest stuff in there. I think ships is another bit. So I didn't like it when they removed it from GAC and gave us just the boring characters on their own. I think ships are closer to a rock, paper, scissors meta than the characters are. So I think the balance of the ships, obviously, because there aren't as many as there's not millions of extra ones. So the balance is kind of very, very key. So I don't think they'll ever put in ship mods. It would kick it out too much. And I think everything's very, very finely tuned in ships. I think we could say ship Omicrons might be an answer to their problem. I mean, we talk very often, people want a lot of extra ships, but it's not a lot of rubbish ships we need. We don't need 20 Sith fighters. We need 2 ships that are relevant. So it may well be that you end up with a Sith fighter Omicron or, the ships that nobody really uses and just give them a little bit of a buff just to make them more relevant. So I think ship Omicrons would come before ship mods, but I think it's all too finely balanced in ships at the moment.
All right.
And I had a question. How much do you think they make on ships? If it seems for me that they make more money on ships than they do characters. More people 7-star, or for me, it looked like people wailed out on its executor to get them to 7-star than say a character, for instance. If that's the case, I don't see them changing their model on ships.
No.
If ships was making more money or less money, then yeah, I can definitely see them trying to expedite, trying to bring out more characters, or that way it helps their bottom line.
I think they used to make virtually nothing of ships until the Executor. And suddenly they're now having a meeting going, hang on, this is actually, people will spend on these things. So I think they'll probably repeat the Executor in some format. But I think that woke them up to ships being a place to put the crystals, ships being a place to put things that people could wail on, maybe as much as characters. I still think they make more for the characters, but the ships are certainly not as bad as they were.
Well, I think we saw that with the Negotiator and the Malevolence too. When those came out, people were jumping on them because it was new. I mean, up to that point, we had Home One,
Executrix, Chimera, and
Executrix,
and,
Chimera,
Mace.
yeah, and then Mace. Yeah.
That's
I mean,
good points.
we've kind of covered it. I mean, if they launch a new capital ship this afternoon, they're basically launching you the win-loss condition for a GAC. Anyone above 8 million can basically has a choice. You either buy that ship or you lose your GAC, and you have to drop down. So it's kind of an obvious thing for them to do.
All right.
Yeah, but the last thing we need is another capital ship because, like I said, we still don't have the ships to fill out the fleets we have.
Yeah, like for instance, yeah, it's nice we got the resistance bomber. It was needed, but there's only 4 ships for that fleet. That's absolutely wild, so definitely need some more love on some of these fleets. And
well, even the finalizer was that way, right? Until the bomber or the echelon. The echelon's only number 5 because you have Kylo, the shuttle, and the 2 TIE fighters. The 2 TIE fighters.
Yep, absolutely. Speaking of the echelon, look who it is. It's the Nev. Hello, Nev. Hello, Gavnes. Hello.
How's everybody this morning?
Pretty good. Heinz, I just want to let you know that Nev has been true to his word. He has been honoring your bet conditions and stuff. So, yeah, there you go.
That I have no doubt.
Yeah, he is.
I just need to get. I need to get the clip too. I will send you the clip so that you can, humiliate me in appropriate fashion on your stream.
Oh, mate,
the dirty Pom lost his bet.
Well, he didn't lose his bet. I mean, he lost the moment he made the bet. Let's be honest. I mean, English cricket is crap. So you probably
but I didn't think I was going to have to do 4 cans. I thought I would have maybe lost a couple times. You might have lost a couple times. You'd have to down some. I didn't think it was going to be a complete whitewash.
No,
I lost.
Yeah, Jesus Christ!
I did. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I'm Heinzy.
Shooting fish in the barrel, Nev. Just saying, just shooting fish in the barrel, mate.
If it was football, she would be on the other foot.
Yeah, no.
It's all good. Hey, I found out in 2 months from now, we've actually got Man U coming down here to Melbourne in my hometown.
Oh, that'd
a couple
be nice.
months. So I'm going to go check them out at the MCG. So
they did a few years back here in the US, and that did quite well. So yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
All right.
Be good.
So we got the Nev join us. The panel grows. Well, my. Let's see here. What else? 3 questions. Speaking of ships, why haven't they addressed nor done anything yet about the weak zombie aspect of Razor Crest? Thoughts? I mean,
the fact that it has like a savior mechanic.
Well, I mean, so you have it starts with 5 stacks, and then you get rid of that, and then you get 5 more, right?
It gets 3, I think. Back.
3. All right, so yeah, just again, top of my head. But it feels more like a B1 than it does a zombie, right? I mean, I was
going to say, or Jedi Knight Revan, like you just have to get through it twice because the issue with zombie is she's immune to anti-revive mechanics. Right. That's the issue with zombie. All the other revives in the game is like whatever because you're just taking some type of anti-revive mechanic.
Man, I know the Razor Crest is a pain in the ass, right? I don't know. I never thought of it like that. You've got the old gray cells working there. What else? And you're like, I never thought of it that way. Huh.
The only time the Razor Crest pisses me off is when it loses its debuffs after you kill it.
I know, right? It's like, God damn it.
Sometimes it does it, but sometimes it doesn't. I'm like, gosh darn it.
Son of a bastard. Okay. Nathan H. question: what is more annoying for Ranger? Jesus, here we go. Swevens, Jedi Knight Revan mirror matches, or YouTube performance last Saturday? YouTube definitely sucks, but it's once in a while. It's not like it happens every day. Jedi Knight Revan's just that's PTSD. It's in the past, but Swevens, no matter what we have or what's going on in this game or what we're doing, somehow, some way, whether it's a mod or a pack or anything, the Illuminati know is going to push that goddamn button, and I'm going to get Swevens. So I'm going to say Swevens is the most annoying thing. I mean, for me, it's annoying. For you guys watching it, it's pure joy. I mean, it's happy times for everybody out there in TV land. So there you go. Burning question from Nathan H. Nathan, what else Nathan says is about the fact that you have to build Cad Bane better to get XP to go first. Okay, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I have to think about that a little bit more. I don't know. I don't get a zombie feel from this White 73, even with whether their cat big goes or mine goes, or it just. I don't know the zombie feel. I don't. I'm not feeling.
It's more
it's like that.
the squishiness, not necessarily the zombiness. So he's complaining the fact that a weak zombie is better than a strong zombie. So
okay, I see what you're saying now.
Slow razor press.
Gotcha. Okay,
yeah, that's what he's meaning.
Okay, now I'm understanding. Yeah, a little lost in the translations. I don't know. Thane, what do you think, buddy? What is Thane?
I mean, sure, it is what it is. It's still a coin flip. I mean, that's why I would want mods in the game for ships, just because there'll be some differentiating factor between the ships. I know for sure my first order will get a bunch of tenacity, but that's because they refuse to give me a cleanser and someone that gets tenacity up for that faction. But yeah, I mean, so taking this question a little more seriously, it does go against their core beliefs of not having to punishing people for investing in their characters. So it is something they do need to address based on their own logic and values. Because everything else they've done as far as quote unquote fixing characters and making characters like worth it when we level them up, that's the last one. And they love their executor for some reason. So if you guys want them, make that faction and that fleet even better, then you got to address that part too.
Yeah, I know for me, I'm one of these people that did that. I have an R7 Cad Bane, which is sad, and I have an R5 a BAM. I wish I could take my BAM to R7. He's one of those characters that is just awesome on the ground, but it helps the fleet so much by having it like that. And even then, Bane addressed it. Even then, it's still RNG. If he loses those debuffs, Cad Bane going first means nothing.
Yep.
So it's still RNG. It just helps a little bit though.
So much RNG. All right. Next question from Fars Delon. I think that's the name. If I mispronounced it, I apologize. This question: do you think reducing reinforcement slots could be something CG would consider to be able to make more fleet options? Do you think reducing reinforcement slots could be something CG would consider to be able to make more fleet options?
So I've actually talked about this before. So as it stands right now, most fleets don't need all 4 reinforcements based on how battles play out. You need 3 max. So a lot of them can get away with 2. Like Executor 2, Malevolence 2. Negotiator can make the argument for 2, though 3 is better. Empire 3, Rebels 3, maybe 2. Radis, the Radis 3, Finalizer as well, 2 or 3. So what I've been saying is that last slot they can get rid of, and they can add a new type of a ship called a support ship, kind of like the Rebels can get a blockade runner. The Radis can get like a medical frigate. So the negotiator can get one of those like battle cruisers. That's what I've been saying for a long time. That would actually mix up fleets quite a bit, because if you have a medical frigate that all of a sudden can revive ships for Radis, like boom, that ship, that faction automatically gets a lot better, right? And you can get like I said, a first order ship that can cleanse and give tenacity up. Boom, that faction instantly better. You get the rebels that have a blockade runner that is constantly assisting when the rebels assist. Boom, that powerhouse, right? Same thing with the negotiator battle cruiser. Same thing with the separatist. That last slot for reinforcement is not needed.
So what you're saying is you need me to get you a Hammerhead Corvette right now.
Damn right.
There we go. All right.
Be awesome.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. I think you get that move. That would be dope, man. I'd dig that. Okay. That's some good thoughts on that. All right, so top of the hour, make sure you hit the thumbs up, folks. Subscribe if you haven't already. Get your questions in. We are going to go for at least another hour, right around there. That's what we do every morning here. we're caught up on the questions right now. So if you have questions, now would be the time to do it. As I said, certain weeks there's more going on in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes than not. But while we have a little moment, you know, it's a quiet week this week, panel, but we sure are kicking it off next week. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming. We got Conquest, we got GAC, we got more TWs and TBs and things like that. So, Calvin, I know you love Conquest. Are you excited? I mean, where are you with the ship? Are you?
I do love Conquest.
I know you do. That's why I brought him with you first, because I said Conquest. I used potty language. But how is everybody doing on the ship? Is it for the? I know where you're at, BCM, but the rest of the panel, I know. Are we? Nev, I know where you're at too. But are with Conquest being what it is? I mean, how much more do you need for the ship? I actually don't even need the top crate. I'm going to get the top crate because I like the salvage and stuff. But where are you guys with the ship?
I'm 25 out of 100. So yes, I won't be buying any of the ship. So I'll have maxed out every Conquest character. So I'll just be storing up the tickets and I'll store them up at 3,000. Then I'll buy gear. I'll probably get the top crate. Yeah, that's it. The ship's pretty good. I've been bringing the shuttle in as the first reinforcement, then using the interceptor as the second one. I don't know. It's 6 of 1. I've tried it a number of different times. The ship is good. The ship is very good. So, and I love the Conquest. Not necessarily the process of it, but certainly the fact that you get for $30, you get a 7-star legit brilliant character. Not one of the Conquest characters, maybe Boba Fett, Sign of Django isn't the greatest, but every one of the others has been kind of meta defining.
Well, let me, you bring up an interesting point. Someone that asked me this the other day: should I skip Boba Fett and go for the ship, right?
Yes.
As I move up,
yes.
And I think the answer is yes on this, right? I mean,
yeah,
don't get me wrong,
yeah.
Boba Fett is solid, but that ship is unbelievable, and the other characters too. So I mean, out of all the characters we got, Razor Crest is pretty dope. The new TIE prototype is pretty dope. We know what Maul and Ahsoka are for their respected place in SWGOH. I mean, I can't see an argument against it. Anybody? Different opinion on this? That they should just go skip Dadbot and then go right into said ship? Anybody?
You're gung ho for TW. That's the only reason.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's a phenomenal character in TW. Okay, so audience, all this is close. Heinze, if you don't have the ship 7 star, you're pretty close, I'm assuming.
Which one, sorry?
The prototype?
Prototype 6-star will be 7 after this year. Locked in.
Same as me. All right, Calvin, you're pretty much 6-star as well.
I can't get in game right now to check, but I am on track to get him 7 stars with the crate. Like I didn't get the whatchamacallit pack, the battle pass.
Sure.
So I won't get him mid Conquest. I'll get him at the very end.
Gotcha. All right. Good enough. Tilo, I'm sure you're in the same boat. 6.
Same boat as Calvin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Nev, where are you with what are you working on? I'm gonna go to Nev and excuse me, BCM next. Where are you guys with like what you're working on with Conquest? Because you have lower GP accounts, so
nothing.
Okay, Nev, nice solid answer. So I love you.
Still don't give a fuck about Conquest, so I don't know what I am. I could be in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. I mean, I know I'm nowhere near activating that ship, nowhere near activating Boba, nowhere near Maul. I've only just done Ahsoka Tano on my main account.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Literally, you know, I think I got her, but that was buying crystals. You know,
gotcha.
And that would not have occurred were the crystal rewards not in GAC. If it was still having, if I was still having to get
Squad
crystals
Arena.
Squad Arena and Fleet Arena, forget about it. Wouldn't have a.
Forget
You're
about
dirty whale,
it.
dude. You're a dirty whale. Make it rain.
600 every because I'm clocking up the crystals. I can afford to throw 600 crystals every single day at 5 shards of Ahsoka, and that's what I've been doing.
All right, well, fair enough. BCM, what about you, buddy?
I'm at 70 of 145 for the interceptor, at least.
For the unlock? Okay.
For the unlock. And then as far as characters go, I'm 214 a 330 for Cat.
Oh yeah,
everybody else is down in the Boba's at 162, Maul's at 140. I can't get through Vader.
I'm dead.
I think Gom broke him.
What?
What's up, Gom?
Hey guys.
How you doing?
I got a headache. What's so funny?
Naked Gom, yeah. What do you think?
Best Gom.
Just see shirtless Gom, good old naked Gom, just sitting there.
Oh, that was great.
Always is.
So I'm looking at PC, all of a sudden I just look at them like, who's that? Wait, why are they naked?
I completely missed that because I'm looking at this screen, not that screen.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm like, why is everybody laughing?
I can PM you if you want.
No, that's I'll take their word for it.
Oh boy,
the light was hitting you so perfectly too.
I know that red glow. Gom had to look like I just woke up and I'm here. Good old naked Gom. God bless him.
There was an interesting somebody in a stream I was watching was having to maybe your stream was having to put like 200,000 GP onto their account to get into the hard conquest. So I do think CG should look at that, freezing people out of the hard one, which when they have I think the person had 1 GL, so they were actually able to do God's work in that. You can have Lord Vader now, or you can have GMK or JKL. GMK and a full Padme team, which could clear the whole thing, but you can't even get into the hard ones. So I think they do need to look at that. At least lower it down a little bit to reflect the people with GLs that are only 3.5 million and things.
There you go. Tumblr says, I missed it too. Don't worry, you can just go back a little bit in the time with his YouTube, baby, and you can go see Shirtless Gom. Getting ready to have his bacon and eggs. All right.
Hashtag Gomley fans.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's on par with man, it's still early. The damn pool streams from
Grande. Oh my god, yeah. He was like, Grande, are you in your pool? Yeah, I'm in the pool, guys. I got a beer.
I miss Grande so much. Grande was the best.
Don't invoke his name. It's like the Sandman, it's like Beetlejuice. Don't stop saying his name,
there he is.
or he will appear, and the entire stream will just get derailed.
It's funny enough. I was in a voice chat the other day, and Grande pops up out of nowhere.
Oh god.
Said, hey Heinzie, how you going? Just in case you forgot, I'm still a big deal. It's like,
of course, that's what he said. Jesus.
Here we go.
Oh my god. All right, Gom's slowly waking up. There he is, little sleepy guy. Gom, how are you, buddy?
Tired.
Really?
Yeah, the gamut went to what? I don't know, 6:15 this morning or something. I don't know how late we did it.
Oh my gosh!
No, it was like 4. I got in bed at like 4:15.
I was gonna say, I'm so glad I passed out at 2.5.
Damn.
Yeah.
God,
yep.
Dang. All right, get some coffee.
You miss anything good?
Couldn't tell you. I was half asleep.
All right.
But yeah, good discussions. Yeah.
I thought it was good because you talked about the wolf pack breaking up as a guild.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a really interesting, obviously, I don't really know, but I thought it was nice.
Throw daggers in my heart there. Try to throw daggers in my heart. All this.
No. Because I think it was a really interesting discussion they had about that and the reasons why and the burnout from TW, and I thought it was good. It was really interesting.
I'll just hit you with that good morning.
Yeah, actually, if I can just say to Gom, because I haven't spoken to him about it yet, man, I am really, really sorry to hear on what happened there, mate. No BS.
Yeah. The community's not, boy, like a bunch of vultures just blowing up my inbox. Hey, I see you out with the guild. Hey, you going to be guildless? You want to come here? How big are you? We're 120 million GP. No.
All things being said, mate, I know, I mean, look, I have huge respect for Wolfpack. I mean, we battled head against them. Tough competitors for a long time, mate. And make no mistake, it's a pretty sad day. It was a pretty sad day. I actually thought it was, no kidding, I thought it was an April Fool's joke. I kid you not. When I heard that. So, dude, yeah, I just want to say I am sorry on how that played out, dude. It's not great.
Yeah,
Well,
But
Gon knows he's got a home anywhere with any of us if he asks, man. So I think Gon's going to be just fine.
We'll see. The Vanguard can put a feather in their cap. They'd be like, "Yeah, we made the Wolfpack quit." So
there have been discussions around that. I'm not going to lie, but yeah, look, it was. We went
well,
up against,
you don't like seeing that happen no matter what the circumstances.
No.
Right?
Oh, look, as I said, I think we certainly went up against Wolfpack in the last war, and
I fought them a few times, kicked our ass, man.
But we've had some really tough competitions. Like prior to that, I think they won the last one up against us. I think we barely won by like one team they couldn't clear or something. The one before, like it's been real arm wrestle stuff for a long time with Wolfpack. It's been a real cool challenge, and every time we go up against it was like, okay, we got to bring our A game. No dicking around. Everyone, all hands on deck. Let's go. Like that was what was expected every time we faced them.
Well, because we were equals, right? Like we were really like we were pretty much the same. Like, yeah, we weren't punching up for Cobra or Carl. We weren't, taking or beating down somebody that's smaller than us. Like we were really similar size, just
the
sorts
GP,
of stuff, so.
the mods, the relics, like everything. If you looked at the numbers, they were like almost dead level. Like
those are the most important ones, versus you guys.
Yeah, that it was a really even arm wrestle contest every time, and you didn't know which way it was going to go. Even to the last few hours. Like I went to sleep with a few hours to go. If you guys don't mind me talking about it, I'm sorry if I'm over.
Oh, it's all right, Heinz. I'm deducting your time right now, so can continue.
Okay, cool. I'm just talking long enough that Gon would take his top off again. But
some of the women in the chat were like, "Hey,
right.
hey, boy, what you doing?"
but even up to the last few hours when I actually went to sleep, because it's like finishes at like 4 a.m. It's stupid o'clock here when war's done. I actually went to bed and thought, I think we lost this. Like I seriously went to bed thinking we're cooked. They're gonna roll over us, and it just didn't work out that way, which was really surprising. So anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah. Gom shows up naked and just like, hey guys, get up.
At the office.
Jeanette Baker, thank you, Jeanette Baker, with the $5 super chat. She says, "When will CG let me choose the Conquest character I go after? The ability to choose would engage me more." Well,
that's kind of an interesting concept.
Yeah, it is.
Like
choice.
You can, if you don't have one, you can just go back and you can just delay the next one. I don't hate that.
I like that idea actually. To have. I mean, you always want to give the more choice you can give your customers. It's always it's not a bad thing.
It is a kind of huge problem because, like I say, for $30 or even for free, you unlock a 7-star cat. But the people who come after me who weren't in the hard mode that Cat was in the Conquest, are having to buy Cat shards at 5 shards for 600 crystals. And so actually the people coming afterwards are spending infinitely more money on Cat than I did. So whereas we talk about things going on accelerated farms, the Conquest characters get more expensive if you didn't unlock them.
They do. That's a good point.
So Janet is 100% right. It's a problem, and they're going to have to look at it. I think I don't know how they address it, but yeah, it's a problem.
Well, we have a follow-up question with that for the panel from Super Mace Windu. Says, for everyone, where do you think the Conquest characters like Cat and Maul will become farmable or located at? That's a great question.
Yes.
You think it's going to be Get? Wow. All right. Throwing it out there.
Yeah, ever since they put the ship into Fleet Arena, that makes the most sense.
Yeah,
it's one of the only shops that's still relevant.
Razor Crest moves. It's been in all the shops.
That's right?
No, it's just been in ship at the.
It's in Galactic War.
Yeah,
it's just been in the ship store.
No, the ship store and where else?
Ship store and shipments.
I thought it was in Guild at one point.
No,
I don't think so.
Crystals, burritos, and ship currency.
Oh, there you
go. The only way that you can get it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my bet is Get. I don't know if it's going to be Get 1 or Get 2, but that's my bet.
Makes sense, right? Jesus, I haven't...
Probably Get 2.
I haven't even thought about... Because I haven't done a Get fit character in a long time, right? Once you get past him, then it's all gear all the time. But yeah, oh boy. Which I guess I could get away with doing, but man, that's such a tough thing to put on players because I don't like that. Ugh. But then again, if it's a hard no, that ain't fun either. So yeah, that's kind of.
They are about to stick a pack in the shops where you can buy Sign of Django shards. So I think they'll monitor how many of that they sell. I think you get the other people as well, the Phoenix and the Queals and the IGs, but I think they'll probably look at how many people engage with that pack to make more of a long-term decision. But I think Get could be the way to go.
Well, even if they did, what is it? The Conquest is what, $10? $9 or $10, right? For the pass.
It's $9.99 in the U.S. In Australia, I think it's 5,000 Australian dollars.
Yeah. But you got to go through at least 3 conquests with the pass to get them unlocked, right?
I think that's correct. If you have the $9.99 pass with max and everything, the first 2 times plus those, I think if not, you're right next to it by the time you get to the third conquest.
You go, I don't know, a good maybe put packs in the thing for $60 to unlock them or something, because then you're saving time, but then you double the price of that pass, because I'm sure some people would pay $60 for a full unlock.
Yeah. Oh, there are people that will. So, all right, get 2. Let me get to the next question. Jedi Masters Super Mace Windu again says, what do you think the worst thing to ever come to the game is other than relics higher than 7?
Oh, tournaments.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was gross.
Oh, my God.
I like tournaments.
I know you.
You would.
Oh, we have the dissenting opinion. Little Gom Penis, what do you think? Do you like tournaments?
I like tournaments, though, but at the same time, I was always very fortunate never to really be in the same pool as like the massive cheating, right? Like I was in we'll call it honest bracket, right? People were playing legit. So I didn't really experience the negativity of it that a lot of people did. So I was one of the very few. I actually got an unlock. I got 2 top 5s to unlock Jin, but it took all the channel, like all my ally points and everything. I do think it was really bad because the first one that came out with crystals, people are spending thousands of dollars to get Shore Trooper. Then they were like, "Oh, just kidding. We're gonna use ally points now." That was kind of crappy, but I liked them.
Okay.
Mods 1.0.
Oh God, what a disaster! Oh boy, I missed my 7-star mods I had briefly. That crazy speed on them. Hey, 45 speed. Not. No. You can't have that. Like, oh. So okay. So
I miss 5 ships starting.
Oh yeah.
I miss starting
5
with
ships.
5. I do miss I miss starting with 5 ships. I do.
All right.
Because the whole reinforcements thing, when you started with, you might, you only needed a reinforcement once in a while because you started with 5. Whereas they changed it to 3, and you're trying to get your reinforcements out as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, sure, you're trying to defeat your opponent, but at the same time, it's like, let's just try and get to 5 ships on deck before you lose, or the disadvantage skewers way way off course. So yeah, I miss 5 ships started.
Okay.
I can never quite understand why they did it, but I was not a fan of that when Ships 2.0 came and they switched it from 3 to 5. Really wasn't.
All right. Anybody else?
5-star legendary unlocks.
5-star legendary unlocks. Okay. And why you say that?
Oh, just because depending on it was all guild based, right? So like
Malak
and Malak, yeah, and you get it. You work, especially gas, because that was just painful, that event. And then it was all based on RNG and gear. And once you finally got it, you're like, yes, I finally got because back then it was like the first character to do that. So then you're like, I got him. And it's like, oh man, now I got to farm him out to get to. We're not even doing the heavy stuff in this guild. We're not doing the heavier get to stuff. So that was painful.
The whole Malik release was really bad, honestly. There are a lot
right
of
after, after the. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the event, but it was right. I mean, right after people got Darth Revan, and then you just happened to have not worked on the right character. You know, you were kind of hosed.
If you didn't have Jedi Revan to go with him, you were just screwed out of the entire team.
Yeah,
they just released. They just released a statement like 6 months before that they would always give 1 week's notice for an event. An event would always last 1 week. They crapped on that. They introduced a new gear because they weren't making as much money as they did before. That's why we got Cairo so early. Yeah. It was a bad release.
That was one of the main complaints at Celebration as well. People would turn up. I was at the SWGOH booth for quite a while during Celebration that year because the event got released the same weekend of Celebration. And that's all people were talking about because they had tablets out on the desks with the event rolling so that anybody that turned up to the booth could sit and play it if they wanted to. Not their account, but, you know, the test account. They had test accounts set up so that people could, you know, practice the event. But everybody was like, yeah, I'm not ready for it, you know. It's nice that I can sit here and play it, but I'm not ready for it because you gave us no notice whatsoever of this event, so I couldn't prepare for it. So yeah,
I almost quit at that point because I went because the JKR meta was so painful. I actually got Darth Revan before I got Jedi Knight Revan, and then I got him all the way up, and then they're like, "Oh, here's Malik coming, and he's going to make the team better." And I'm like, "Oh, great!" And then it's like, "Oh, by the way, you need JKR too," and it's like, are you kidding me? And they did the Malik event before they did the JKR event. So I had to wait to get JKR and then go around the second time to get Malik. And it was like, I was really close to quitting because that torqued me the wrong way.
All right. Well, that was the negative stuff. So let's just, one of those things that happen. This is the history of the game. Benny says, question, what direction would the panel love to see SWGOH go? Well, that's a great question. Anybody wants to jump in? Yeah, feel free. What do you guys, where would you like to see Star Wars Galaxy Hero go? What's on your radar? Where did you like to see the direction of the game and stuff?
More raids.
Okay.
I'd like to be able to challenge actually any one of you to a one-off, you know, one board of GAC.
Sure.
Like Nev, I want to take you on.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm
3 at one round only. You know, we get an hour to set, an hour to play.
Yeah, a challenge GAC mode would be a lot of fun. I've said that something like that in the game would be brilliant, so that friends can challenge each other, guildies can challenge each other.
I mean, they have it in other mobile games.
I mean, it would be awesome for content creators. You know, content creators being able to challenge each other, set a date, set a time, and then live, you know, battle, you know, do that match out live. Because we've all seen how entertaining, you know, live GAC matches are, and they really, really are
so good. Like they really are.
Good.
No matter who you're watching, they're so much fun, right? Whether you're watching. You know, I thoroughly to this day, you know, the Playbook versus Arnold fight was just unbelievable. Or when you watch Gom take on somebody, you know, Heinze taking on somebody. It's a lot lot of fun. It's really fun to watch.
It's so entertaining. So much entertainment.
Yeah, it really is.
Even to put like a wager in, like I'll put 200 crystals down, I could beat you. And you both put 200 crystals into the pot, and then whoever wins gets the crystals.
That would become an issue quickly.
That would break the game.
Yeah. You get somebody like Loki and be like, hey.
Yeah. I'm going to bet
what's up, the ante?
500,000 crystals.
500K, bro. Play me. Oh.
How about no? Right. How about no, Scott?
No. And one of the issues we'd have with that, too, is people with multiple accounts would just shove all the resources into one.
Yeah. Right.
Or maybe not, just for fun too.
Yeah, just for fun.
The wagering would be fun. I would love it. I would love to wager stuff on matches.
Well, they'd have to cap it. They'd
have to be capped.
We're gonna have to pay for pinks.
You're right. Yes. Play for accounts.
I can just imagine.
I am never playing that. Nope.
I can just imagine Loki going I'm all in.
Yeah.
Like I can just see that, can't you?
Calvin's gonna be like, what do I do with 12 accounts?
Nothing.
Christ.
Tell 'em.
That's so funny. Anything else you'd like to see direction of the game?
I had a question for Nev. If they had that to where it would be 1v1s, would it change the GAC center? Would we fight each other or would we keep it the same?
I'd probably just do something. I'd probably just do it. Well, see, the thing is, if they did the 1v1, it wouldn't need trying to work out when they could do a time. See them, battling with each other at some. So it wouldn't really, we do our thing. But if there was a challenge mode, individual content creators would do their own thing, which quite rightly, I mean, if somebody wanted to do a fight night, then I'd be more than happy to do that. But I think we would be surplus to requirements because, it's easier for two content creators to just arrange a day and a time to fight each other than it is to have two competitors and a host. Make an arrangement for making arrangements. But so I think so. If there was a challenge mode, content creators would sort it out themselves. But I mean, Twitch would just be awash with it because people would be challenging each other left, right, and center.
But the only issue with that is, would it be overdone? And that's the trick. I mean,
it would be overdone initially because of the novelty.
Yeah.
It would be overdone because of the novelty.
And then the issue I've got, if you open up something like that, I think that it actually takes away from the gloss of those big moments and those, those real events, if it's like every week. I think it's cool that, every month or every 2 months, there's some sort of big matchup, which we seem to be getting still at the moment, just due to the whole, GSE brackets and the way it's working out. But I'd just be concerned that we'd just be diluting it by having too many of them. That's all I'm concerned about. That's just my opinion.
I didn't even think about it. Yeah.
It was getting to that point with the matchups. People started just like, it was really cool. Like Heinze and Urza got the matchup. A few other people got the matchup. Then it was just getting out of control. People were like, both creators would have somebody else's account, and it was getting a little, like you said, diluted.
It was getting Wild West. It was getting a bit Wild West, where it was just getting a bit too helter skelter. I think we all agree we like the genuine matchups if and when they happen. I think that's some legit. Yeah. That's some legit right there.
Otherwise, you're just playing house money. Like it's not your account. It's not the same.
Yeah, I mean, but the organic, the organic matches were, the exhibition matches were still just as entertaining.
Oh yeah,
you still got two people trying to win. It was just that the person whose account was theirs had a slight advantage over someone that was borrowing someone else's account because they wouldn't own the mods or the squads. But those organic matches where it was two people's accounts, I mean, they were both different, but they were both equally entertaining. There was just more on the line when it was an organic match.
But the counter argument to that with the whole "it wasn't my account" thing was that if you actually won and it wasn't your account, I thought
kudos,
so,
big kudos. You could beat somebody with a borrowed account. It's like. Psych! I just beat you,
dude. You know how to play, and I think that was actually a bigger achievement when people played, in an account that wasn't theirs, and they had to basically work it on the fly to actually, to achieve those wins. I thought that was by far a bigger achievement than having your own account. Definitely.
Well, yeah, because you get the ultimate put down because it's like, how does it feel? You just your account. I don't know this account, and I just beat you.
Yeah, that's right. I whooped you with someone else's stuff.
I whooped you with somebody else's account.
That's how good I am, there, buddy. Pretty good.
I have never prepped. I've never prepped for a match harder than those 3 matches with Solo. Like the one I just had with Bitcoin. Like I put in the extra work in terms of like scouting and preparation and. 9 times out of 10, probably overthinking everything. Just because you want to put on a good show, you don't want to lose the content creator.
The smack talk at the water cooler was very amusing.
It's hard. It's hard to hold back the pouts when you lose the content creator. It's tough. It's tough to stomach, but it's part of it, man. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I 100% agree with Heinze. Those natural ones and the scarcity of them too. I remember the first one with Zareth and Urz. How everybody in the community was hyped on that one. I remember there being thousands on each of their channels. That was really cool to see.
One of my favorites was Grid versus DB before DB returned. That was
that was a lot of fun.
That was such an because they went backwards and forwards, and it came down to the the very, very last battle, which they did simultaneous. That was that was one of my favorites.
That was cool because they agreed to tank. Both of them tanked their first 2 matches to guarantee that they could match up, I think, in the third, right? Was that how it worked?
Yeah, they agreed to fight in the toilet bowl.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
All right.
Hold on. So CG does have to address something as far as us being able to, like, whether it's face allies or face anybody in GAC, and they need to add something where, like, maybe we can, like, face like half of our guild versus half of our guild in TW soon because of Omicrons. We have no way to test GAC and TW Omicrons outside of those events. And right now that's not a big deal because there's so few far between. But it's kind of like Zetas, right? Zetas weren't widespread until like year 2 plus after they'd come out. So in a couple of years, once we Omicrons are, like every new tune has an Omicron. Every once in a while you get a rework, they're gonna get Omicrons. We are gonna need somewhere to test these Omicrons out. Once we apply them, and so we can actually test them out, because otherwise right now we're just kind of just going purely on what's on paper and not being able to actually see live as to how they're working, interacting and stuff. So they do need to address that in the near future, because it's going to become a problem in a couple of years.
Oh yeah, I mean, I lost a bet and had to put the Omicron on Princess Leia, and I threw her in the sea. I'm thinking, oh, it's an Omicron, there's some, but sucks. It's shite. It's like, I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, that sucks. I wish the person that I lost the bet to had told me to put it on Rose fucking Tico now instead.
Oh, I kind of like Rose's actually.
I wish somebody had, I wish it was on Rose, because on Princess, it just sucks ass on Princess Leia.
Well, it gives her the 2 things that the team already has, like Retribution. CS is like, I don't care.
Yeah, it absolutely does. See, Tumbo says, question, think that might do a rework of a few ships to tide us over until we get more.
No. only if it's necessary to make something else coming in new good, like what they do with Slave 1. They updated Slave 1 so that he was actually good with bounty hunters, because they said in their testing that he was
banging a hammer.
My roof's getting replaced. That's
I was like, what the hell?
Calvin, the girl's trying to get out of the cupboard.
Yeah, let her out of the closet, man.
Unfortunately, that's my roof, and it's literally right above me right now. As soon as I'm done talking,
I just making sure I wasn't having hearing issues again. I'm like, am I hearing that correctly?
I thought that was mine too.
Yeah, I was like looking
what's
around,
knocking?
like, buddy, what are you doing? Some shady crap again? All right.
Well, there's shade involved. It is a roof, but
that's true.
I lost my train of thought now.
Oh man,
reworks. That's okay.
Yeah, we'll move on. Durgan.
Oh yeah, like they said that Slave 1 wasn't even ideal in the lineup down there.
Quiet down there.
All right, I'm gonna.
Down.
I'm not laughing at you. Calvin laughs at the response from Gom there. Jesus, whoever that was did that voice.
That was a Gom.
It was a Gom. That's what I figured. Durgan Gurgan.
I don't know if I mentioned what I want. I hope they never do another I hope they never do another GL. I hope they just leave it as 6. I think they're going to struggle after Lord Vader. If they think the next one must be better than Lord Vader and must cost more, I think they're better off doing the little 5-star legendaries, those new ships, the marquees, and having a larger volume of people coming in rather than 1 or 2 meta-defining GLs, because I think GLs aren't great at the moment, so I'd stop it.
I think they move on. I think GLs, kind of like legendary epic confrontations, we have Galactic Legends, and then now they're going to have, for lack of super Galactic Legends. Like there will be a different type of event. Yeah. And then Galactic Legends might just be thrown into the rotation, kind of like the legendaries are now.
Yeah.
I think Lord Vader kind of messed up the progression a little bit, right? So I don't think, I don't know. I think,
I think
these Omicrons,
Lord Vader is a problem.
So they need to make super GLs, because the Omicrons can't beat and set the bar higher now is what I fear they're going to do.
Oh no, GLs are just going to get Omicrons. They're going to be 6 Zeta, 6 Omicron.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah,
massive,
that's a good point, too.
Yeah. Abusive tunes like they have been.
Yeah, Omicron is Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Double damage. Oh, well, that proposes a problem for the Jedi now. So it's like, yeah.
All right, Durgan, question: when are we getting ship node battles in Conquest? Probably sooner rather than later, I would think, right?
I would assume next. I mean, they've been in the GCs for a hot minute now. I would not be surprised if it's in the next. Obviously, not this next coming one because it's still part of the last series. But yeah, the next one, I could totally see it.
All right. Next question.
I don't think it's a bad idea too, especially if they do like the double node. Like you can go do fleet or you can go fight Padme. Like
no brainer.
Question: was the stream not getting derailed by things like naked Gom? No, we do that, but it's just funnier when Gom shows naked. It just brings joy and laughter to everybody. What else? 3 question: imagine how painful Executor with 5 ships out of the start would be. Yeah, but we would adjust to that, right? Especially if you're doing mirror matches. I mean, figure it out, right? We adapt. We overcome. You know?
It depends because Executor was built in a 3-ship meta. I don't know.
I don't know how that would play.
It might break it or it might destroy it. I don't know.
All right, Nathan H. Question for the panel: what do you feel is the most underrated squad in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Who wants to throw a team that's underrated in the ring?
Palp Vader Mara.
That's not underrated.
That's not underrated.
Get out of here, you. That thing's
Phoenix.
Disgusting. Oh.
Omicron Murder Bears, baby, for the
Omicron Murder Bears. We got Phoenix. We got Omicron Murder Bears. All right, anybody else to throw a team out there? Jawas. Ooh, Teeny Bomb. Okay, we got 3.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so out of those 3, those are all really good choices from the panel. What does the panel think overall out of those 3, the most underrated of those 3 teams?
Ewoks.
Probably
Ewoks
the
for me.
Ewoks, yeah.
I think it's Ewoks too, yeah.
Ewoks
Like I know a lot of people that like Jawas. A lot of people.
Sure. Yeah, it's a fun team.
I love Jawas. Like I got a relic no Nebbit, right? I love Jawas. Make no mistake.
You've done this yourself, Anakin.
However, I just put the Omicron on Chief Chirper before the last war. It got me 2 holds.
Nice.
I go with Ewoks.
If you dial in the mods on the Murder Bears, they are incredible. Make no mistake.
All right. So Murder Bears. Okay, so those 3 teams probably underrated, but panel kind of likes the Murder Bears as the most underrated team. I can go with that. Respect. Let's see here. Nathan H. question: would you prefer if they only did legendary type releases like Star Killer and then more new GLs?
You need to do both.
They do.
They do.
There's both. They have to do both.
Yeah.
They haven't been doing a lot of legendary events or epic confrontations or heroes journeys in the last couple of years, and I've been complaining about that ever since the GLs came out. It seems like they stopped doing other events, and it's like, why? Like, why are we not getting a legendary every quarter? Like, why aren't we getting an epic confrontation every 6 months? Like, why aren't we getting a hero's journey every year? You know?
Yeah.
It would be nice to. I think with Star Killer they were testing the waters to see how it'd work, and now that they did, it would be nice to have maybe 3 events of like a Star Killer type thing where you need the characters at Relic 5 or whatever, and those lead up to the next GL.
It's a possibility.
So instead of going back and
random tunes,
unlocking rows and doing 15 tunes to get to this point, you do it similar to
Director Krennic.
Like that's why I went for JNL, is because you went from the Jedi Luke event to directly into JML because everything led into that. If they were to do that, then you would get 3 of those 3 of those legendaries or whatever into the next GL. I think that would be the path that would be the best for the community, because you would be filling out your roster along with getting the next super tune.
Yeah. I do think we do.
It looks like they are going that direction, because I mean, we got Star Killer, and now they're kind of like already said they're doing that with the Inquisitor, right?
Yeah, the Grand Inquisitor coming out. Yeah, with the other characters. So
they're starting to go in that direction. But yeah, legendary tunes, and I think the reason they stopped doing legendary tunes is because they realized it doesn't make them money, because a lot of people would just get them for free. But it's like, come on, like, so what? Like, just give us legendary tunes, like, you know?
Yeah, I think the Starkiller event, which went over very, very well, kind of opened their eyes. If you put good shit out there, especially with those 4 tunes that went with Starkiller, that are just phenomenal, people will go for it, you know. But if you put garbage, there's just, I mean, it's like, okay, I'll farm it later, you know. It's like, why bother, you know? I mean,
there's not one bad character in any of the requirements for Starkiller.
Oh,
I mean,
God, they're so good. They really are.
There is no filler there. There's no, hey, you have to get this one to make it work.
Yeah.
Every one of them is fantastic. And
they hit a home run with that. They really did. And he's a phenomenal character in GAC to himself. So, goodness gracious. That's a good job.
And then for me, I would love more legendaries to kind of differentiate accounts too. Like,
sure,
when you fight somebody, instead of looking for what they don't have, it's like, what direction did they go? Did they go for this legendary or this GL or this legendary? That would be kind of cool. And that's why I really enjoy Omicrons, is because it allows that kind of flexible roster and decision making.
Yeah, it's a very good, valid point. And it's well, you got to have a balanced account because you have to have something for some of them Omicrons. You can't always have a GL. All right. Clayton, my man, the Chad lad himself, says, question: if you could pick any heir, canon or EU, for SWGOH to bring to the game or expand on, which would you choose? We just got this question the other day. I mean, there's still so much more in the Old Republic that they can do. There's also the newer canon like the Vushin Vong. We've got factions like the Celestials. I mean, someone asked us the other day, is there enough content for this game? Like, we have enough content for the next 30 years for this game. There is so much crap content for factions that just exists in this game. But, you know, we all have our preferences and stuff. If you can name one thing, we'll start with Goblin. Little goblin penis down there. If you could pick one faction you'd like to see in the game that's not in here right now, or something on your mind?
Let's make Gom answer the lore question first. Thanks, man.
I know, that's why I did it, Mr. Naked Man on my stream.
Let's go. You don't have to follow up with anyone.
Let's go with the new stuff for the Mandalorian, or excuse me, Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Okay, which one?
Yeah, like let's get some of the characters. Like I'm completely blanking on his name. I'm hungover as hell today, but like the sheriff.
Yeah, Cobb
sheriff.
Van.
Yes, like the sheriff. You know, some of the heaven help us if that little bite gang comes. I really don't want to see them, but I think that's a realistic possibility.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Just because I'm not as savvy on the older stuff, I'll let you guys answer those. So,
all right, Calvin.
The Phantom Menace, definitely. I want my Queen Amidala. I want my Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi. I want my Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, I want Captain Panaka. Give it all.
Handmaidens too. Don't forget the handmaidens.
That's right.
bring in the Aussie. More Aussies, the better. Keep them coming.
All right. Kiwi love. All right, Thane.
Casting Andor, man. I want more rebels. I want another rebel fighter leader. I want Admiral Radis' capital ship from one. Yeah. I want more rebel flights. Right. I want the A-Wing. I want the B-Wing. Just rebel it up, baby. Give me Cal Kestis, all of the rebels. All the rebel fighters, the rebels. Give me a Saw Gerrera that's a rebel fighter leader.
Have you come to kill me, child?
You know, just turns them into just some absolutely like atrocious, you know, team to get through. Just, you know, kill off his own team. I don't care what he does. Just give me Saw Gerrera as a rebel fighter leader. All the rebels all day.
All right. The Nev.
It's Star Wars. I'd like to see some more bloody variety.
But what's of that variety?
Cyruk, Nogri, Yuzong Vong. Give us some bloody aliens, you know?
Okay. I can dig it. Heinzie.
Mate, there's only one thing I want in this game. Red 5. That's
okay.
It.
All right.
And just make that up.
I thought it was a Death Star raid. I thought that's what we wanted.
Death Star raid as well. Yes.
Star
I thought we were talking about
Red
characters
5.
and stuff, but Death Star raid, Red 5. That should be done already.
Yeah.
Should have been done a year ago, or 2 years, 5 years ago.
All right. BCM is getting some coffee, looks like.
I'm still here.
Oh, you're still there? Okay.
I'm definitely with the Yuzon Vong because that would be just awesome. And the Nogri with Lady Vader. I mean, let's be real.
Oh,
Oh,
God, that would be.
Malarouche.
Oh. Tilo Mad.
I got two.
Go for it, man.
High Republic. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but they have
no. There's
really
some good. Yeah.
They got like the Dirge. They got some really cool Jedis. The Nile. We can pull out a lot of crazy stuff and give it some spotlight too. Like they're spending all this money on this area of Star Wars. It might as well show the different concepts that they have.
Sure.
And the next one would be comics. Comics is like it has so much characters in there. Really cool designs.
Dr. Aphra, the droids. I mean, good lord.
Dr. Aphra in the game. Yeah, Dr. Aphra and her two droids would be good.
We're seeing one in live action. Black Chrysanthemum's been in the comics for years, and finally he's getting some shine. Like there is so much more characters like Black Chrysanthemum in the comic books that I wish were in the game.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
So you like the Vessel and Geode in the game, wouldn't you, Tilo? You want a ship called the Vessel navigated by a rock.
Man, Target. I don't even know. We need Target ship before that.
All right. All the Sunfly.
You've kind of covered them all. Can I have the band from the cantina, please? Lots of them in the game. I would wail out on them if you just played the song. Just played the song for the battle. And and the first ability removes the 4 times. So you have to set that single time
That's evil.
in the entire battle for 5
Get
minutes.
the hell out of here. All right.
It'd be wonderful.
All
wonderful.
right, you give bastard.
Hey, there's a chance that we get one. Max Rebo was in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, that's true. He was. Nathan H. Question: what about a GOM DJ Heinze dance off for charity? Well, that could be something we could arrange. We do our next ACS stuff.
Come and leave me for dead. I mean, seriously.
I think I'm having knee surgery sometime this year too, so I'll be ready to rock and roll.
Right, man.
But new and improved bionic GOM.
We have the technology. We can make GOM better.
I won't stand a freaking Don't get these nails sorted. I'm stuffed. It'll just be like you're trying to push your whale back into the water like that with me dancing. Seriously.
I know, but that's why
neither one of us can do the worm worth a damn.
I know, but that's why we'd raise a fortune. Yeah.
Jam the worm where sun don't shine. That's for sure.
All right. Nathaniel Morgan question: will Ranger stick to his guns and move to Twitch? I've been doing more stuff on Twitch. I still got to stay consistent with YouTube. Just getting the feedback as much as I can. YouTube's been driving me up the goddamn wall, and it really has.
Oh, YouTube is awful. It's become so centralized that you can't do this, you can't do that.
It's really bad.
You can't say this word, you can't say that word. Like they'll just demonetize you for saying the C word.
Just not. I know, but not just that.
Not the curse word, the virus. Like they'll just demonetize.
Oh, I know, but not just that.
Things.
Yeah, not just that, but like Wednesday night stream. You know, I always do the pre-stream. Hung out with the VIPs, turned it off, started the new stream, and for some reason the other stream didn't stop, even though it said it was stopped. And I sat here for about 10 minutes doing my intro like everything else, and everyone's like, I wonder if Ranger knows he's not streaming. What? And so I'm like, what the hell? I had to go to that's when I really did Drunky Ranger night, and it's like, okay, screw this. So I'm leaning more toward Twitch just for the reasons GOM listed and just some of the technical issues I've been having with YouTube. I'm trying to stick with it for as long as I can because a lot of the people that watch it either don't like Twitch or it's just easier for them to watch it on YouTube because Twitch can have some really ridiculous settings for some people. They just can't watch Twitch, right? So so I'm trying to do the balance. And as long as I can fight the fight on YouTube, I'll put up with it. But they are really making it difficult, guys, for people to do content, especially streaming. They've gone more and more toward videos, things of that nature. They just, they're just what they're doing, unfortunately.
Try it, Ranger. You can have your pizza parties on Twitch.
Yeah, we may do that. Yeah. Maybe just do more pizza parties on there. Although I'm doing them for a while. Oh boy, that one hurt.
You said that last night.
This one really tore me up last night. Boy, oh boy. Nathan H. question: I was recently in Kyber 2 for a couple days. At the end of the last chasing, then moved to Kyber 3 2 days later. Is this normal?
Yes, that's exactly what happened to me. I got promoted to Kyber 2, hit the wall, got my Owen 3, boom, straight back to Kyber
3. Did the squishing already happen?
Kyber 2 sucked.
I haven't moved, so I don't know.
No, it should squish once the new one comes in.
Okay.
Okay, let's go a few more questions here. We got a few here left. So, meow meow question. I'd like to finish my murder bears, but I feel like I need to save my resources. Hashtag GLs win. All right.
No, you don't. No, we're not in an era of saving resources anymore.
Well, I mean, it would have been mentioned in the road ahead, right? If they were going to be in the next couple of months, so it's going to be at least June,
6
July.
months. Yeah, it's going to be at least 6 months.
It's going to be a while. So finish those little furry units. They're very furry. Very furry. So get after them and get them sorted. You should have plenty of time.
All right. What else in the 3 question? Do you think we're in that they're too quiet time frame that CG slips into once in a while before they release something big? May is coming. I think this is just what was like this last year. We were actually getting a lot more stuff for this year than we did last year at this time.
Yeah, they're not quiet. It's just that the stuff they announced hasn't made like big fanfare, but they've announced quite a bit.
Yeah, they really have.
Well, we've got 4 marquees already this year.
Yeah,
we had the 2 galactic. The galactic chases, huzzah!
Yeah, we know the Grand Inquisitor is coming.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna get another Conquest character here soon after this.
Yeah, we got that coming up.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. The new Conquest. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, they're ahead of the pace than they were last year at this time. So yeah.
Yeah, we got Grand Inquisitor. They potentially can give us more characters. Like they're not quiet. It's just that the community is. We're not getting like a GL level type of announcement. That's
yet. Right. Yeah, that's what Meow Meow wants, and I wish they were doing one sooner rather than later. Trust me, Meow Meow. I'll let them know, and they'll be like, "Shut up, Ranger," and I'm like, "Yes." I'll get the laughs. Like, are you laughing? I'll kill you. What else are in 3? When is Gom not hungover on stream? Most of his streams, he's not hungover, right? Gom?
Yeah, just this. I mean, last night was the gambit. Like I said, we stayed up to 4 o'clock, and
you tie one on sometimes, man. You got to do it,
Yeah, but nobody else was. I don't know. I saw Calvin show up with this massive glass of wine, so I just started shotgun a beer. It's kind of low key in the back.
It was a good time, man. It was a good time.
That's some good man shit.
So just that went down real easy.
4 o'clock came around. Calvin was a smart one and left, but he needed to. I just stayed and started drooling on stream. So,
all right, Jedi Master Super Miss Windu questions opinions on nerfing GOTB difficulty and then adding another TB because GOTB is more boring than Fleet Arena. It's not that it's boring, but it's so.
Did they say nerf?
Yeah, nerfing the difficulty.
No.
For a new TB.
I don't understand it.
So we would get another TB and then nerf this one. That's what you're saying.
Why would you nerf it though? If it's boring.
That's the question. You are feel free to respond, Calvin.
Well, the only thing that I think that needs to be nerfed is the GP ship requirement for the last stage. That just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think that's what he means. Maybe nerfing the GP so we can get it done and not sit there and look at it like, well, don't have the ship.
Like, if you're getting 50 out of 50, and this has been open for 3 years, like that should be beaten. That's what they mean. I totally agree.
Yeah, I can see that if that's what they mean by that. Kazakage, too easy question. When will XR Kun come into the game as a GL and ETH Koth get an Omicron?
XR Kun won't be they won't be a legendary, but I could definitely see XR Kun being in one of those groups of 5 when they run the Legends events. So I don't. XR Kun would be one of the 4, or he would be the 5th that you would go for as a result of getting the 4 to Relic 5.
All right.
Whether you get a light side or a dark side Exile Kun, no idea. They'd probably go dark side because
dark side.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I just thought of 2 factions I would like to see in the game. It would be Rogue Squadron and Wraith Squadron.
That'd be nice. That'd be dope. I'm down.
That would help fill up ships.
I'm down for that shit. Andrew Zani Major says, question, will we ever get a good Leia? Boy, god damn it. We do need a good...
We need to get some General
2023.
2023 we'll get it? Okay.
There's 2 Leias I want. I want General Leia and I want Jedi Training Leia.
We all want Slave Leia, but that's never happening.
Never
so just get at it. We can't even get midriff Padme, so no, sorry. We'll just
Slave Leia will come when Jabba the Hutt comes. She'll be the only counter.
I wouldn't count on that happening, yeah. No.
It's like Darth Talon. You know, we got the Darth Talon we deserved, not the one we wanted.
Right.
The one we wanted was, the one we wanted was thigh-high boots, bikini Darth Talon, like string bikini Darth Talon. But we got a more modest.
We got biker Darth Talon.
Yeah, she was going on a space mission. Kazakage, too easy question. We did that one, okay. Nathan H. question is the funniest thing in the game that Darth Sidious the hardest fight. I had the Zeta, so it really wasn't that hard. So
I think he means in the Night Sister event.
Yeah, the Night Sister event. Oh yeah, that thing's Jesus Christ. Why would you bring that up, man? We're trying to have a positive stream. Now I'm angry. God damn it.
Oh, good once you beat it though, right?
Yeah, when we got through Challenge Tier 1, I'm like, oh, thank the maker, man. How many times I do that day? 30 times? 30, 40 attempts on that thing? Jesus Christ. And then I just looked at Challenge 2 like, no. I don't care how much you don't. I ain't doing that. No.
I'm taking my toys and going home.
No. Soka, question gone. Where are you in Kyber 1? Oh, you answered that in chat. I see that, Nev. Okay, so that was squared away. Master
Top
Oogway.
200 globally.
Yeah, look at you, big pimpin'. Master Oogway says, question, is Wampa worth the investment in Kyber 1? You're goddamn right he is.
I don't know, actually.
Worth the investment, period.
Yeah, he's just good.
So I've actually had this conversation with someone recently. I don't know, actually.
Well, people are starting to figure out the counters and stuff for it, but that's if you can have the mods for it, though.
So here's the thing, right? So in Kyber 1, once you get to a certain level, people are just going to not put something that's wampable. So like all that Wampa's doing is just, being a detergent from that, right? It's like you're hardly ever going to use it because people at that level don't want to be soloed by Wampa. So you can build a defense where it's not going to happen. So I don't know. I honestly don't know that at the high level it's worth making that investment in the long run.
But my thing is, if you're fundamentally changing your opponent's head, it's worth it. If you're making him change the way he's going to play, if it doesn't change anything that he's going to play, then it's not worth it. But if you're
you can change it in a way where it doesn't like really affect you one way or the other. I don't know. Like I don't know.
So what we're saying is we need to get more data.
It's kind of like
I think you're screwed by Iden if you don't have the Wampa, because if you have it, they just don't place it and then they go beat Mon Mothma or something with it. If you don't have it, they place it, and now you have a very difficult problem to deal with.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to spend a whole Omicron just to do that. But
I did.
I did. Yeah.
I did too. And I've been pleasantly surprised. It even beat some teams that you would think it shouldn't. Like I took it against a Resistance team that was all relicked out for Rey, and Scav Rey has what's it called? Unresistible days.
Right.
That's on her, I think her Zeta or something like that. Didn't matter. Wampa still ate the team. Wasn't even close.
Nice. Very nice. Okay. So, more to say. For right now, kind of lean toward the yes, but we don't have all the information there, Master Oogway, so we'll get back to you on that, buddy. But trust me, you just watch all these streams, and these people will have it, and you'll figure it out. We always do. Kazakage, too easy question. Should I finish Relic 7 of my JMK and C or finish Relic 7 to get Executor? Ooh. Oh, okay. This one's a tough one. Relic 7, JMK and C, or finish Relic 7 to get the Executor. Wow. Okay, this is a tough one.
I'll get the Executor because it's a longer farm.
Yeah.
I was going to say, especially now with all the fleets and all the mucky around Green Kyber, definitely do the Executor first and roll back.
Damn.
Depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
Right, but keep in mind that the 7, if you get Executor, then you have to Relic 7 plus your BAM, your CAD, your Bosk.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like
it's like Starkiller team.
Of course, but at least it fills the slot.
Yeah, it does.
True. Yeah.
Because it's going to take a while for you to get like a usable Executor anyways. So we're just talking about delaying the other two for like a week or so.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, get it
and
started.
It's usable at 4 stars depending on where you're at.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. Master Oogway says, question, there was a data mine of a new raid. Someone played on a vid, has Reek and 2 other that seem different. Apologies if you've covered thoroughly, but is it legit? April Fools.
Best April Fools of yesterday.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be fun though.
It does look like it would be dope. Yeah, they did a great job with that. But someone pointed out, because I hadn't seen it yet, so, but just look at the names. It was something sus. I'm like, little hints to the April Foolness if you had looked deeper into it.
It was better than my April Fools.
Jesus. And last question we'll do, and let these people pimp their stuff and get on out of here. It's a Saturday. What else? 3 says, question: did Thing just pull a grind to say detergent when he meant deterrent?
Whatever.
Yes.
I caught it. Yep.
He did. He said, Tad! Christ, that's too funny. All right. With that being said, we gonna get on out of here. So make sure you hit the thumbs up.
We have any more questions?
No, that's it. So, well, what else? 3 said, did Thing just pull a grande? That was the last one. Yeah. So.
Oh, we have another question.
Oh, Jeanette says, Heinzie, what is your favorite beer?
Favorite beer? At the moment, I'm knocking off a local brew, actually. Furphy.
Okay.
Made here in my state, Victoria. It's a ripper. Furphy. So it's going down nice. Yeah, everyone's a winner. It's nice brew for hot weather because it's still warm here down in Australia for a bit longer. So, yeah, it's an absolute cracker.
All right. All right, let's let these lovely folks pimp their stuff. Please do me a favor. Of course, hit the thumbs up, subscribe on this video. Of course, it helps get the content. If you like Jedi Academy, share it with other people. It's always important. And if you want to support the content, become a Patreon sponsor. There, I did the spiel. But what I would really like you to do is go check out each of their channels. They're going to pimp it, and go watch some videos. Hit some thumbs up. The interaction really does matter. Even if it's just a simple interaction, it really does help their channels as well. And it's a great way to say thank you for them coming and spending a couple hours on their Saturday morning to help answer your questions. So please do that. That would be very much appreciated. And we'll start from the top and just work our way around the corn. Skull!
Hey, Big Country Mags on Twitch. All one word.
There you go. And he does GAC and other stuff, so check him out. Hoinsey.
Galactic Legend Heinzie on Twitch, Heinzie on YouTube. But hey, don't miss the Gridsy this week. We've actually got our new community manager joining us as a guest.
I know,
next
man.
week.
You guys are on fire.
We're getting Meathead jumping in to join us. Grid hit him up and said, "Dude, you keen to join us?" He goes, "Yeah, let's do it." So that should be fun. 10 p.m. Eastern next Friday. Looking forward to that one.
The Nev. Oh, Governor.
Hello, Governor. Yeah, Twitch and YouTube Escape Podcast, GA Center with my co-host Ranger on Thursday nights.
Me.
Flagship show on Fridays with my other co-host Paul, and
Paul.
Bunch of GACs in between.
Yes, indeed. Next up, Drunky Goblin Penis. More like zombie goblin right now.
Are you talking to me?
Well,
would you call me Drunky Pee-Pee? What?
Yeah. There's a goblin penis.
Like, that's the worst thing you've been called. Like, seriously.
Yeah, but that was a weird thing to call another guy. Hey, Drunky Pee-Pee.
I didn't say pee-pee.
Okay. I was trying to get the bags out from under. Hey, I'm good over Ace. I am over on Operation Metaverse on Twitch, Operation Metaverse on YouTube. Be streaming here in about 3 hours. I'll have a video up last week's little Gomler's Gag presentation. I'll have up tonight.
Yeah, that was nice. That was really cool.
Then so check us out.
Yes, indeed.
He's a free agent, Guilds.
I think he's got a home. I'm sure Goblin has.
Gom's
got a home, and I think he's all right.
Fraternity rushing is currently in effect.
Yeah.
Willing to be taken out to strip clubs. Willing to be taken,
John's going to have a decision. LeBron James over here.
Too funny. All the Sunfly, where from folks be checking you out? You're muted, buddy.
Oh, that's why it's been quiet.
Okay, there's no sound for him. You're still muted, right? I'm not going crazy here, am I?
No, he's got no sound.
Yeah, it says you're muted right now. Okay, you're not muted now, but you're not getting any sound there, Aldous. That's really weird.
Sign language. Use sign language.
I'm making noise now.
There you go. There, you're picking it up hard.
Hold on. Okay. Twitch, welcome to Sandflies, and I'm going live in about 5-10 minutes with a global WWE wrestler, where she's coming on. We're going to talk everything WrestleMania,
nice,
answer questions, and then we're going to play W2K22 as her in the story mode while she gets annoyed at me. So 5 minutes. Twitch, welcome to Sandflies.
Very nice.
Is that a real thing?
Which WWE diva?
Well, Alexis Lee. She's not currently with the WWE. She's from Singapore. So if you Google Alexis Lee, wrestler.
That's cool, man. Yeah, all right. That's coming cool.
On.
Yeah.
That will gone up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, she's
the
coming on.
WWE diva? Yeah, damn right. Yeah, that's a good stream. That's a stream worth watching.
She is lovely. Anyway.
I'm looking at some pictures of her, and I'm like, okay, look at her. Okay, yeah.
Sandfly be pulling.
Look at you.
Be working. And I can fill in the 3 hours before gone. Perfect.
There, see you go. Yeah. All right. Tilo Mad.
I'm on Tilo Space Mad 92 on YouTube and TikTok, and Tilo _ Mad 92 on Twitch. And you can now find the Mad Awesome Show in podcast form on iTunes and Spotify. Just search Mad Awesome Show and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes in the same, and you'll find it pretty easy.
There you go. And of course, Calvin Awesome.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitch, Calvin _awesome. I do all my JC battles, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday and Wednesday, and then 2 p.m. Standard Time on Saturday. And then, we've got the Mad Awesome Show going live on Monday on the channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. And I'm also putting out quite a bit of YouTube content now. So Calvin Awesome on YouTube. I just released a video showing how the speed meta is changing, what characters you can start taking some speed off, where you can start putting it on, stuff like that.
Nice. Good stuff. So please do me a favor. Check out all these great content creators. And just show them some love. All right, so with that, we're going to end this quick. Heinzie, we did have a request from Jeanette Becker. She wants you to do the mwah kiss you do at the end of streams.
Oh, yeah, cool, Janet. Mwah!
There you go. Heinzie did it for you, made your day. There you go. And then you can check out me and good old GAC Whisper thing, Kyrelis, doing our GACs and hanging out and doing stuff. Here we do all kinds of streams. So, all right, everyone, have a great rest of your day. If you need me, hit me up. Just a quick announcement. Most likely we're not having D&D tonight. Again, there's some real life stuff going on, so we'll try to get it back next weekend. It's just the way that the world is right now. So, real life stuff happens. So, most likely no D&D tonight. So I'll try to get the session back up and running next Saturday, hopefully. So, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. If anything on that changes, if we do try to make it happen, it'll be at our normal time, but it's looking like it's probably not going to happen. So, stay tuned for any posts on that. So with that, everyone have a great rest of your day. Love you guys, and we will hunt you later. Peace out.